Bill, we better go.
All I got. Stay easy, guys. See you back later.
Just what do you expect after 25 years? Come on in, son, and make yourself at home. after 25 years? Come on in, make yourself at home.
Here, in a greatly simplified form, we have the four elements needed in every timepiece. A source of energy or power, a means of transmitting power, a dial to record the flow of power, and a way to control the power.
Hello, everyone. I thought I would be able to swallow that last bit of bagel way faster than I could. I could not. Welcome. I'm here. I have a bagel and edamame. That's what I'm eating for dinner. I'm going to be munching on edamame throughout stream. I did not take my meds, however, so we should do that. Let's do a quick med check. Hey, have y'all taken your meds? I should have taken them an hour ago. I did not, because I'm a fuck up who can't focus on more than one thing at a time. How's everybody doing? First whatever Wednesday in a while. It's been a reason I haven't had the redeem out, so speaking of redeems, is my, did it not, there we go. It was just really slow. Hydrate, everybody take a big drink of water. If you don't have water, go fill yours up, because when I, Tits, what are you doing? Because when I drink, we all drink today. Froggy is our reason for drinking. Keep on. Because that is what the frog desires. Keeps on. Yes. That's what I neglected to fill up my water before stream. So I'm going to run out midway. That's fine. I will run and grab more at some point. But I have coffee and I might crack open a Red Bull. Yeah, you know what? Fuck it. We're going to crack open a Red Bull. I had a shitty day at work. Ugh, I don't want the coconut kind though. Fuck that. We're having a peach one. Are you serious? It's been like 2 seconds. It's been 2 seconds. I just got here. On this day, the 22nd of February of the year 2023, we are blessed by the visage of our lords on thigh. In all their glory, praise be to them that they may jiggle forevermore. Them. Get your wings. Exactly. Exactly. I ate a very good bagel that was from Panera that my younger sibling did not want. It was very good. Oh, goodness. Froggy wants to notice me. I'm going to notice. Okay, so Froggy, I will notice you. I just need a second to say hello to everyone. Mannequin, thank you for being here. You're always here. You're always so punctual, and I appreciate you. Amarane, welcome. Is this your whatever Wednesday pick? I think this is your whatever Wednesday pick. 99% certain. Yeti, welcome. Hello. Stream elements I didn't realize would show no game. So that was fun because it wasn't working through OBS. So that was fun. Scorchy, hello. Froggy, hello. Sunny, hi. Emrys, hi. Hyperstrike, hello. How are you doing? Mannequin, I'm giving you the thighs you deserve. Toppy98. Thanks for the beepus. Welcome in. Oh, goodness. Hello, Dorian. Interesting view to come in on. How's my favorite elf doing? We had a thigh redeem, so I have to show off my thighs for a little while. In case you wanted to know the true power of our rig parent. This is it. This is the true power. You've seen the thighs. I turn them off during collabs, so I need to notice my frog. So, Froggy, would you all please just calm down for a moment? I need to notice Frog. You're playing Minecraft and listening to my stream. You had a stinky start of the day, but it's slowly been getting better. Do what you want by Tailored. Froggy, look at you. Just look at him. Just look at him. Just look at the frog. Thank you. Thank you for sending me poop selfies and also answering mine back in kind. Froggy is the only friend, even more than either of my partners. Well, they would probably both be fine if I did. I also want them both to like respect me. But Froggy is the only friend I'm comfortable enough to send selfies of like when I'm pooping. And that's the friendship that Frog and I share. Thank you I think because of that alone, we're now best friends on Snapchat. Like we have the little emoji next to each other on Snapchat. But Frog, beyond that aside, you're a delight. I know I don't know what to say that I haven't already said. Besides, thank you for being a wonderful friend and a wonderful confidant. And I appreciate you and everything you bring to the server, everything you bring to the community. I'm very happy that you are finding happiness. Can I repeat myself? What do you mean? No, we're not sending each other pictures of, you know what I mean? Like, we're sending each other pictures of our face from the most unflattering angle. Like, I take it from like, you got games on your phone? Like, no, I take it all of the chins come out to play when I take selfies for Frog. I'm sorry you had a stinky start to your day. But you're a delight. I am always happy to hear what you have to say. I'm always happy to hear anything you have to say about Red. I always I'm interested in seeing the little cabin that you're building for him. Because I know you mentioned you were doing that in Minecraft. I want to see it. Send me pictures. Froggy, thank you for being my friend. Consider yourself noticed. Okay. Are we ready to play this game now? Now that I've made chat sufficiently uncomfortable. All right. Let's bring ourselves over yonder. I didn't take my meds. I've been sitting here in my hand this whole time, like kind of melting. Mannequin! Hang on. Dorian's here. We have to behave ourselves. Goodness. Meds first. Then our pelvic floor health. Everybody, it's time to do some Kegels with chat. If you don't know how, exclamation Kegel. Hold for 3 seconds. Relax for 6 seconds. If you are getting good at Kegels, hold for longer. Begin. Hold. 2, 1, 0. Relax. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Hold. 2, 1, 0. Relax. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Hold. 2, 1, 0. Relax. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Do a few more reps if you're up for it, but don't go overboard. Nobody wants a strained taint. You will hold when you say relax and relax when you say hold. Mannequin, that's a good, hey, that's a good one. I might start saying, okay, so if you're starting to get good, if you're starting to get comfortable with Kegels, not Sprout. I think Sprout's napping right now. If you're starting to get comfortable with them, reverse it because, you know, like do the hold for 6, relax for 3, you know, don't overdo it though. Like say nobody wants a strained taint. That is not your pelvic floor muscles are not ones that you want to pull. So, but, you gotta take control of your pelvic floor health early while we are all young-ish. The ripe old age of 28. All right, let's get into the game, y'all. Game? Are we gonna? There we go. OMG, is that Emrys? Is that my Oni baloney? Long time no talk. Oh my gosh. Did you see how long our call was earlier? I just realized I had my volume mixer fucked up. Lots of shit's got me fucked up. Oh my god, why is it like this? End me. Just take me out back. Ugh. Not the record, but it came close. I know. I think our record was like 21 hours. So, okay, I'm tired of like, not tired. I'm not tired. For those who don't know, we've got probably all our regulars here. For those who don't know, Oni's one of my partners. Like, I'm pretty sure I've told everybody important. Sprout is the other partner. I love them both very, very much. I just am tired. Thanks. And in true Oni fashion, Oni's one of my partners. Schmeat. I make it obvious. I know. But yeah, everybody, not that anybody who didn't know wasn't important. It's just like the closest friends knew. And I just wanted to like say it aloud so that it wasn't like, you know. Yeah, I know, Scorch. Every time I say partner, like it's not like impersonal, but it does make me sound like a cowboy, which is also fine. Like I would traverse the Wild West with either of them. They're both delightful. And they're both helping me navigate like a lot of self-discovery. You can say partner, you do live in Texas. Screaming cowboy sound redeem when does somebody want to put that in my in my reminder channel? One of my mods want to put that in my reminder channel. One day I'll go through not all of them. I've done most of them. I've done most of them. Okay. If this blasts our little eardrums out, I sincerely apologize. We're gonna see what happens. Actually, I think this is gonna be a very good volume. Ooh, content warnings. Holy shit. I already like this game. Froggy, put screaming cowboy sound redeem in the reminders channel in the mod category. Wow. Okay, so if you want to know, Mannequin got it. Thank you, Mannequin. Major character death, children in peril, animal cruelty, bodily harm and grossness, implied sexual content, drugs and alcohol, violence and text, mental health and trauma, domestic abuse, and traumatic global events. If any of these aren't for you, feel free to bounce. Don't want to harm anybody who doesn't need that. That is so fucking cool, though. I like that a lot. Let's hop into it. This is on Moraine's pick. So we're going to give it a stream. Might make it into the rotation. We'll see how we feel about it. Let's see our content warnings. Done did it. Fuck. We wake to smoke and like pressed A too fast. Off the fucking rip. Your head is pounding. You must have hit it and blacked out, but you aren't sure how you got here or what on Vertumna is happening. There's something important you need to remember. Your stomach lurches as the floor crumbles beneath your feet, then collapses. Your body aches and your eyes burn from the smoke. A figure appears through the flames. It's your friend. Your friend? Wait, why can't you remember her name? She's gesturing and shouting at you, but all you hear is a ringing in your ears. What's going on? Or climb out. You try to speak, but the words come out jumbled. Your throat seizes around a lungful of choking smoke and you feel dizzy and confused. Your friend pulls you out of the rubble. She throws your arm over her shoulder and half drags you toward the door. Through it, you see a deep, eerie twilight, dark blue and cold against the heat of the fire around you. Glow season. Glowing eyes. You shake your head to clear your vision. Is that some kind of dog, like from Earth? That's not a dog! The creature howls and lunges, its jaws open. Weird fuck. Please help. My dog. It's very sick. You can pet that dog, mannequin. Music is good. How's the volume? Like, am I shouting over it? Am I too quiet? You were born on the stratospheric, Earth's first colony ship, halfway through its 20-year voyage to a wormhole at the edge of the Sol system. Sounds good, 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 good. You tried petting a gator in Minecraft yesterday. I saw a TikTok, speaking of gators, I saw a TikTok of two guys cooking outside, and they were these, they were very, probably Southern, and they were cooking alligator, and it looked so fucking good. It looked so fucking good. Oh my fucking God. I don't know that I'd ever eat it myself, but the way they made the noodles, they made everything on this, like, yeah. They made it, like, all on this flat top, like, griddle, like, including the noodle. Well, the noodles were, like, pre-cooked, but they, like, made the noodles into this, like, it was, oh God, it looked so fucking good. Oh. Okay. Your parents run the hydroponic gardens, which make fresh air and vegetables for the ship. Like the other colonists, they bravely chose to make this one-way journey to the uncharted planet for Vertumna 4 in the I didn't learn Roman numerals, so I have to, like, think about it. Don't judge me. Same with left and right. Like, if I say left or right, like, instantly, just know that I have to, like, I have put a lot of thought into it. Like, I'm making the L with my fingers in my head because I didn't learn that in, like, first grade. Like, I don't know why. They just kind of assumed that we already had that down, I guess. I didn't ever get that. And then Roman numerals, never got it. Hydrate again. Hydrate. Everybody take a big drink of water. If you don't have water, go fill yours. The biggest one I drink today. Dandy is our reason for drinking. Like the other colonists, they bravely chose to make this one-way journey to the uncharted planet for Vertumna 4 in the hope that they could escape Earth's troubles. They had you the old-fashioned way, merging their genes like they merged their cultures and traditions. They name you probably Emrys. The old-fashioned way? What's the newfangled way? Future fucking. Posture check. Thanks, Scorched. Everybody sit up straight, unbisexual yourselves. Mindfuck. Oh my God, I'm so cute. Oh my God. Where is my gender slider in real life? Hell yeah. The old-fashioned way is fucking fackin'. The new way is how Brella was made. I didn't read that. That's okay. You have vivid dreams you've never experienced, dirt under your feet, skies overhead, endless jungles, and strange animals. You wonder if this is what Vertumna will be like. Oh. Cool. 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 Neat. Every child on the stratospheric is given one genetic enhancement. By age 6, you see the first sign of yours. What are we taking? Eagle eyes, extra fingers, absorbent brain, super strength, calm temperament, or nothing at all. Do we want to be quirkless? What do we want to take, y'all? Do we want to vote on it? Here, let's do a quick poll. Actually, let's double check that. Okay, good. I know clicking in sometimes fucks things up. Poll. Trait, question mark. Eyes, fingies, brain, strength, calm. We'll let it go for 1 minute. No tail, 0 out of 10. Y'all better be voting. Best be seeing y'all vote. Cute game night. Yeah, Jimmy. I like that you can just, like, do this. I'm excited about that. I want that in real life. I want to be able to slide the androgyny. About 30 seconds to put your vote in. We're doing this democratically. At least this one. I won't do this with every vote. I just like doing polls, and I also want to drink my coffee a little bit. You can also change those whenever. Oh, fair enough. I can just get my extra fingers whenever I want. I know you meant the, yeah. The art style in this game is cute. Brain. Absorbent brain. +1 skill on brain challenge win. Mental challenge only if you win. Professor Hal says kids learn fast because their brains are like sponges, but when people get older, they can't absorb as much new stuff. Not for you, you're always learning, and your curiosity knows no end. She's so cute. She's so cute. Oh my god. Oh my god, look at the little gap tooth. Ah, gap teeth are peak character design. And like missing teeth in kids. So fucking cute. Cutest goddamn thing in the world. The other kids have trouble keeping up with you, but one tries. Anemone, Cal, Mars, Diz, Tangent, and Tammy. Tangent and Tammy? But which one is which? Which one's gonna be my best friend? Which one's gonna be my rival? Hang on. Is edgelord on the right? Hang on, I'm looking up to see whose is whose. It goes left to right. But there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and there's only 4 people here. Anemone is the leftmost. Oh! It has to be Tammy. She's so cute. It has to be Tammy. We can't see her. Oh! It's because I have the Red Bull in front of the thing. Does it say? Okay. That's Mars. That's Cal. That's Anemone. I know. And they're cute and all. It's just... Tammy's so cute. Hang on. I'm going to look at Tangent and then... Oh, fuck. Oh, Tangent's so cute too. Hang on. Let's see what Tangent looks like when they... Or Mars, what looks like when they grow up. It has to be her. Wait, her? What are their pronouns? She, her. Oh. Yeah. Mars is a natural leader. Whenever you're all playing together, Mars is the one who comes up with all the ideas. She can be a little bossy, but that's part of her charm. More like emo motherfucker. She always organizes fun stuff for the kids after class. You're both founding members of the Secret Fun Times Club. Yes. She's so adorable. Okay. You're 10 years old when the ship finally reaches the wormhole. Professor Hal says it's like a doorway to other star systems, with the planet Vertumna 4 on the other side. You run emergency drills for months to prepare. +10 stress. You were listening while you were emptying trash. Good job. Proud of you. When the day finally comes, it starts with a rumble. Then things start to slide off the tables. You hurry to gather near the escape pods, just in case. The emergency area is crowded with families. It's going to be fine, Emrys, your dad soothes. We'll be through the wormhole and down on the planet before you know it, just like we practiced. Your mom gives him a sharp, worried look. The tube men. I missed my chance to say tube men. Why is my mom being such a hard ass? I'm 10. I'm 10. Mom. Red emergency lights switch on as a siren begins to sound somewhere distant in the ship. You try to breathe slowly like you were taught, but you're very scared. You look out a porthole. The stars are gone. When you're frightened, well, I certainly don't put on a tough face. Get in touch with your emotions or find a distraction. I'm gonna role play this like it's me. I find a distraction. That's what I do. You start a game of you guys, how do I pronounce that? Rambutan? With some of your classmates. I know it's a fruit. Rambutan? Yeah, that makes sense. You pick the topic types of fruit. Cal thinks about it. I could name 10 kinds of fruit, he says. Maybe I can name 11, Dis mumbles. Anemone confidently counters with 12. Back to Cal, he thinks again. I could name 20. The others shrug and Anemone tells him to go ahead. Apple, orange, banana, Cal starts, and tomatoes are a fruit, and cucumbers and corn. The game... corn... Those aren't fruit. Cucumbers... Right? Corn's not a... Yeah. The game immediately erupts into an argument of semantics, as many games of Rambutan do. It sounds wrong. It feels wrong. You wait. The shaking builds. Then everything starts to get very weird. The hallway stretches, and you're stretching too. Your arms are impossibly long. Your head feels like it's slowly filling up like a balloon and contracting down to the size of an atom at the same time. Is this the wormhole? You hear the distant, ominous squeal of metal giving way as the ship shudders and lurches in slow motion. The weirdest part is a sense of deja vu. You're sure this has happened to you before, and you know, somehow, that everything's going to be okay. The shuddering reaches a crescendo. You hear an impossibly loud crunch, and feel weightless for a few seconds before gravity slams you back against the wall head first. You black out. As you slip unconscious, you feel yourself twisted out of time. It's today, yesterday, and tomorrow, all at once. And more than just one tomorrow. Lots of them. Different tomorrows. You find yourself in a place you know from your dreams. Tilled fields, dramatic ridges, and a stranger, but also not a stranger, grinning as she grabs your hand. Hurry up, she says. I'm not going to let you miss this. Distantly, you can feel the ship's shaking has stopped and hear your parents' worried voices. Feeling safe, you slip further into the warm embrace of the stars. I know, right? Thanks for the follow, Charlie. I appreciate it. How are you? You drift. Gradually, your consciousness reforms. You wake up in the medbay. Oops. The med bed underneath you plays a soft tone and an automated voice speaks. 2 weeks have elapsed. The patient's cranial injury has completed healing. They may now be safely discharged. As the fog lifts from your head, you realize something seems different about this room. It's so bright. You try to focus on the window. Something is definitely different. Sunlight, trees, ground. Trees, sunlight. Instead of the familiar blackness of space, bright light from twin blue and yellow suns is streaming through the windows. You peer out and see fields, glass-walled domes, and walls ringed by giant mushroom-like trees. There are construction materials everywhere, and people are walking around, outside, on the ground. You better get out there and join them. I'm glad this is your favorite game, Charlie. Welcome in. We'll rush outside. Hell yeah. It's so cute. Tammy jumps as you step out of the ship's quarters behind her. You're awake. Are you all better? You better go see your dad. She points southeast towards some geodesic domes. To walk, click on the ground, click on characters to talk to them. Thanks. Tammy looks concerned. You slept for so long after you bumped your head, she says. I bet your parents were worried. Your dad is working over in geoponics near those domes. They're called greenhouses. I would go with you, but, well, this is as far as I've been from the ship since we landed, Tammy stammers, blushing. It's scary outside. Geodesic? Geodesic? That sounds wrong. Geodesic. I don't like it. I'll do it because it's the correct thing, but Elf plays a cool thing and it makes me want to check it out. Good. I'm glad. The garrison. A small team led by Security Chief Red was enough to keep the peace on the Stratospheric. To stay busy, they also ran the exercise gym and sports ball courts. Here on Vertumna, the garrison has expanded fast. They're building a huge wall around the colony and have an outdoor firing range and a big covered dojo, and best of all, a regulation-sized sports ball court. Ooh, ah. Sports ball. Command is a warren of long hallways with doors off to tiny nondescript offices. Everyone you pass seems to be hurrying off to something important. The end of one hallway opens into the supply depot, which works as both requisitions office and a general store. Beyond it are cavernous warehouses stacked high with supplies from Earth now being gradually unpacked and distributed. View the notice board. Colony food shortfall minus 100%, low. Colony security rating, evaluating. Upcoming event. We will be hosting our first annual Vertumnalia Festival during the second month of dust. Chief Administrator Seek. Notice, take precautions outside the colony boundaries. Xenofauna have been sighted in the area. Survey teams are investigating. Chief Surveyor Tonin. Current council and administration. Got a bunch of names. Didn't know that's what the notice board did. Neat. Hey, that's my dad. Emrys, your dad gives you a big warm hug. I'm so happy you're finally awake. Dr. Instance thought it'd be best to keep you asleep while your noggin healed. Your mother and I thought you might sleep away the whole year, my my snoozy little gooseberry. He checks your head and looks relieved. He was clearly very worried about you, but covers it with jokes and smiles. Aw, you love your dad. This guy can be my dad. I don't talk to my real dads. This guy can be, this guy's my dad. I like his weird shoulder holster thing. Or the shoulder harness thing. It's cool. This dad's cool. His name's Geranium. My dad's cool. Welcome to Vertumna, he says, gesturing around you. You've never seen the Stratospheric from the outside, except in pictures. The ship's been separated in two and parts taken off to form other buildings and a big wall around the whole colony. The alien jungle creeps right up to the wall. Only the geodesic greenhouses pass outside it, dotting their way up the hill. How'd you do this so fast? You've been asleep for weeks, my dear aubergine, he says. And he called me a little eggplant. And these geodesic greenhouses practically put themselves up. But some of this is only a quick temporary solution, he admits. We'll keep growing and improving things. One day, our little colony will be as big as a whole city. A mannequin! This is our dad! Oh, and before I forget, he pulls a package out from his satchel and hands it to you. You blink and stare at it blankly. Don't you know what day it is? He asks. You honestly don't. You remind him that you've been asleep in medbay. Is it our birthday? Happy birthday! He shouts, wrapping you in a warm hug. Your birthday already? You feel a dizzying sense of deja vu. You stare hard at the wrapped package. You know exactly what's in there. You remember it. No, you dreamed about this package some years ago on the ship. Inside will be a small medallion in the shape of a sun that your dad made by hand. How did you know this? It's exactly as you imagined, as you dreamed. A feeling of panic rises in your throat. Your hand shakes, but how? Your dad notices. Are you okay, Emrys? He snaps his fingers. Dr. Instance shouldn't have let you out so early. Sometimes those sleeping meds take a while to wear off. They might make your head feel funny for a few hours. You nod. Maybe that's all this is. On one hand, I could actually absolutely get with that DILF if I could. On the other, don't talk about an eggplant and then think dirty thoughts when I put it in chat. Damn, even your dad has blue hair and pronouns. I know. My dad predisposed me to having blue hair and pronouns. Someone shouts your dad's name. Listen, I'm so sorry, Emrys, he says, but I have to get back to work. There was an accident when we landed, and he stops himself. Don't worry, we're gonna fix it, your mother and I. Professor Hallow's expecting you in classes if you're feeling up to it, your dad says, pointing west to the engineering wing in the rear end of the bisected ship. Then he points to the large doors you came out of earlier. Or you can relax in our quarters until you're feeling better. We'll talk later tonight, he says, then kisses the top of your head and ruffles your hair. Have a wonderful birthday, Emrys. I love you. Love you too, Dad. To enter buildings, click on the door or the flag beside it, or get close and press enter, or another action button. Choose an activity for the month. To gain skills in advanced time, there are 13 months a year and 10 years to the end of the game. You only have time to focus on a few things. Okay. Well, I suppose if we only have time to focus on a few things, then that's fine. Oops. Where's my cursor? There it is. You see Diz sitting on the ground beside some bushes. Is he hiding from somebody? He seems to be watching the gate in the wall to the south where grown-ups are coming and going. Kids aren't allowed past the walls, he says quietly without looking up. They say there's nothing to be afraid of, but then why do we need walls? You stare at the gate and have a sudden rush of memory so strong that you think you might faint. You imagine something crashing through the wall, something enormous and dark and wriggly. For years in space, you've had half-remembered nightmares of monsters, of your ship being destroyed, of sifting through wreckage that used to be your home trying to find something. Your dad always told you the dreams weren't real. Breaking from your daydream, Diz whispers, I think there are monsters out there. I believe you. No, you don't, he says. You're being sarcastic, I can tell. Nobody believes me. He turns his back and ignores you. They're huge and wriggly and dangerous. Stop making fun of me, Diz pouts. You're as bad as Mars. I fucking tried, buddy. Hello, fluffy-haired child. You look like fun. Hiya, Emrys. Anemone seems really at home here. She's rolling a sports ball around with her foot, making patterns in the weird blue snow. This stuff is different from snow on Earth, she tells you, because it isn't cold, but it's still neat. You can make stuff out of it. Your foggy head clears a little. Anemone is simple, physical, real. You always feel grounded around her. What are you making? Just snow spirals, she says, but earlier me and Cal made a big snow pal. You missed it while you were sleeping in medbay. She smiles her broad, gap-toothed smile at you. Now that you're awake, we can play. Have you seen any monsters? Nope, just some little bugs. The grown-ups would say if there were monsters, right? She shrugs and smiles reassuringly. Even if there were monsters, Chief Rhett would beat them all up, so don't worry. My mom says we're safer here than we were in space. You both look over at the wreckage of the Stratospheric, the spaceship where you were born. Anemone's mom, Antecedent, is probably right about that. Look what that wormhole did to your ship. Why aren't you in school? She smacks her forehead. School! I wondered where everybody was. Guess I'm going to be late for humanities class. She doesn't look very worried to you. Oni, who are you? God? I'll fight any child. I'll fight that child if I want. Why does it seem like you're always... Why does it always seem like you're yelling? Me? Or this kid? Or Oni? Which one of us? I'm never yelling. Ever. It's okay, she says. Professor Hallow's chill. He won't mind, but we probably should go now. She grins and starts running toward engineering. Hey, race you! No fair. She's getting a head start. Know the dialogue choices? I don't know about that. I don't want to go to school, Anemone pounced, but I guess we have to. You know how to get there, right? Through the door in the engineering wing behind me? You know, the big thing with the rockets on top? She laughs. I was confused too at first. I'd never seen the ship from the outside before. I can't train. I guess I didn't realize I could talk to people again. Diz looks at his feet and pretends not to notice you. No bravery. Bummer. I want to find my best friend. Engineering. A low throbbing noise comes from the engine room, which provides power to the colony. Other corridors lead off to the teaching labs in medbay. You know the route to your classroom well, but the rest of this wing is off limits to children. Congruence, the ship's onboard AI, beams down at you from a nearby holoscreen. Don't forget to study hard, Emrys. Pick an activity to do this month. Leave. I'm gonna leave this month. I'm gonna punch Diz in the nose and take his lunch money. Oni, he's a kid. Can't fight children. Geoponics. The greenhouses have different biomes inside, growing plants from earth that might belong in a desert, jungle, or temperate forest. Some are so delicate that you have to spray off any germs in an airlock before you can enter. The seasonal garden outside is dotted with blue nobodies, little flowers with blue nobody. Do you mean me? Do you want to, mannequin, do you want to fight? I'm sitting here trying to play this wholesome game, and here you are calling me short. I'm average height. The seasonal garden is dotted with blue nobodies, little flowers with what look like wriggling creatures stuck inside each one. A sign explains the decoy, meant to attract some kind of flying predator to come pollinate the flower. I think that's it. Let's just triple check. Nope, I think that's everything out here. Colonies, schmoll. The ship's quarters are where everyone sleeps, eats, and hangs out. The private bedrooms are small. You share one with your parents, so colonists spend most of their time in the big common area. There's a lounge and cafeteria and a creche. Creepy paper. Creche. I have apparently forgotten how to read. A creche? Yeah. Creche. It's French. French derogatory. Ugh. I say being... It is French, Oni. Hello, chicken. How are you? We're dunking on the French as usual. I say having 2 French middle names, and owning an atelier. Feedback pointed that out to me on, yesterday, actually. I guess yesterday was Clovercraft. But I need to take off my watch because I keep setting off the seizure alarm. Because I'm gesturing wildly with my hands. I thought about that when I get a 3D model. My hands are going to be so all over the place because I still, despite being a VTuber, I still gesture with my hands all the fucking time. But yeah, feedback told me yesterday, they were like, you're using the French word atelier, ugh, because Clovercraft also uses French derogatorily. I got a gesture for you. I just did it, believe it or not. You're very feisty tonight, mannequin. We're not gonna spend the whole time relaxing in the lounge. We're not gonna spend a month relaxing in the lounge. We're gonna do something productive. Study humanities. Welcome, Emrys. Professor Hal greets you. I hope you're all warmed up and ready to study the glorious humanities, history, literature, language, media, memes, and philosophy. And yes, if you're lucky, we'll have a little ancient earth poetry too. He seems excited about the last bit. By the way, if anyone's interested in taking engineering classes, please register through Congruence's scheduling system. When you have a chance, she'll be helping me teach them. Today's assignment's an easy one, Hal says with a yawn, because I was up late repairing Congruence's subterminal, and I could use a nap. I'd like you to write an essay on what the Vertumna colony means to you. Freedom, equality, democracy, my friends are all here. I feel safe here. Just doodle instead of writing. What would we? I would take that man's class too. I would take this man's class too. Sorry, I have to adjust my chair a little. Ugh. I'm having problems. So many problems, y'all. I'm still having problems. I think my friends are all, like, if we're answering like Emrys would, I think... I love my colony. All my friends are here. He does seem nice and welcoming. That's what I like about him. Not dying. I am, however, keep rolling over my damn blankets because I have to be like under a billion blankets right now because we had a snow squall last night and it's going to continue probably through the end of the week, is what they're saying. So that's fun and cool. Love it. We love to see it. I love my pewter. You write about all your buds and the fun thing. I would never say buds. You write about all your friends and the fun things you do together. When Hal wakes from his nap, he asks a few students to read their essays to the class. Mars like yours, because you mention her in it. Studying humanities. When you go to worker class, you'll play a quick card challenge as the month passes. Move cards to fill the 5 panes and make the best hand you can. Yes, order matters. If you're total in the circle on the right... I'm so grateful we're essentially having fall weather in my state. It was 80 degrees here. I know, Oni. I'm quite jealous. Nope. I forgot what I was going to say. Nope. If your total in the circle on the right reaches the goal value, you win. Depending on your cards, them challenges can't be won, but you still get a reward for doing your best. Bonus for flushes, same color together. Bonus for pairs, same number together. So we want color together and number together. Bonus for straights, increasing from left to right. The more cards in a flush, pair, or straight, the higher the bonus added to your total. Cards can also affect each other and be rearranged to find the best total score. So I at least have... Is this it? Yeah. Wait, this is a... Yeah. Yeah. Cool. But damn, this game is homophobic. It is. Rigged system against the gays. All of the... You know... Every system is rigged against the gays, believe it or not. SMH my head. Victorious. You worked well this month. +1 creativity. +15 stress. Your skills increase when you work or go to school with extra skills if you win the challenge, and a kudos bonus if you make the highest scoring hand with your cards. Working also increases stress, which prevents you from working if it reaches 100. To relieve stress, take a month off to relax in the quarter swing. Your parents have been working from first dawn to well after dinner every day. You know growing food is, an important job. There seems to be something more than that. It's such a change from growing up on the stratospheric when you saw them all the time. You stay up and wait for them all night before going to bed. Though you can tell they're exhausted, they make an effort to spend time with you. I'm sorry we haven't seen much of you, little gooseberry, your dad says. Your mom watches you as she works a pebble out of her gardening tiller, which also serves as a crutch. How have you been holding up? I learned some stuff in school. Wish I could take a month off when I felt stressed. Same. I learned some stuff in school. I'm glad to hear that, your mom says. I want you to study hard, work hard, and stay out of trouble. No promises, Ma. Your dad smiles. And Professor Hal will give you kudos if you get good grades. You can spend those at the depot once it's open. You know, says your dad, raising an eyebrow at your mom, I think there are lots of different ways to learn, and school's just one of them. You can learn from working on a hobby, or just by helping a friend. Your mom shakes her head and sighs. You can tell that she's trying to put on a gentle expression. We both agree that this colony is an experiment, and that means we're going to do things differently than on Earth. You're old enough now to start making your own decisions. At age 10? About your education and future. At age 10? God damn. I wish I would have become Okay, when I was 10, what did I want to do? I think that was the age where I stopped wanting to be a fire chief and started wanting to be a tattoo artist. I think that was me when I was a kid, because I got really into tattoos because that was when my dad, I think, got his first tattoo, and I kind of learned what they were, and he was like, nah, it doesn't hurt that bad at all. And I mean, they don't really hurt that bad. I'm just a giant weenie. And sustained pain gets to me after a while. But I really wanted to be a tattoo artist when I was 10. Up until then, I recall that I wanted to be the fire chief. I wanted to be a firefighter and then drive the fire engine. You're old enough to start making decisions about your future, and if that means you find your own way, we'll accept that. Your dad puts a hand on your shoulder. We'll be proud of you no matter what you do. Try talking to your friends. They may have ideas about how you can spend your time. When I was around 10, I wanted to be a fighter pilot because I was hyperfixated on planes. Then I found out I couldn't because blind. That's a bummer, mannequin. I'm sorry. Are you doing what you want now, though? Or at least are you on the right track to do it? You're modding for a VTuber, so I certainly hope so. I hope you're at least having fun. I'm having fun. I'm having fun having you around. When I was a kid, I wanted to be a car, not a racer or a mechanic. Just a car. Scorched. That's really funny. My younger brother wanted to be a train engineer, and we lived in this apartment so we have valleys in two directions. We have like the valley, which is a separate city, but then there's also like a valley that goes out toward one of the smaller outlying towns, and we lived in that valley. There's a creek at the bottom of it, and it was beautiful. It was a really great place for like a kid to grow up. Like we get lost and we get in all sorts of trouble. It was great, awesome injuries, it was wonderful. There were trains that went through there, like the big ass fucking long trains, and David would get up all hours of the fucking night because he would hyperfixate on trains. He would count every train. But he wouldn't do it quietly. So the whole apartment knew, like the whole complex knew when David was counting a train. Because he would say, 3 engines, 1, 2, 3. And he would count all the cars. And then at the end, he would announce that there were 3 engines and 127 cars. There were however many. I don't know why I went off on that tangent. David wanted to be a train engineer when he was growing up. Sorry. Just rambling. Actually desperately wanted to have Transformers toys, but never could afford them. Scorch wanted to be a Transformer. Dodge the robosexual fetish. You have 11,000 hours in Warframe. No, you didn't. Your dad puts a hand on your shoulder, blah, blah, blah. And come by Geoponics, your mom adds. We could use your help. Unlock shoveling dirt. Cool. Early quiet. I assume quiet is the season. Mid-quiet, yep. My stress is okay. My bestie. A sharp whistle interrupts your thoughts. Hey, Emrys, Mars calls out to you. Come here, I have a job for you. She's so cute. You walk over to Mars, who's sheltering from the snow under the ship's overhang. It's so gross here, she complains. This spark snow would ruin my good clothes. At least on the ship we had climate control. Ugh. Tammy made me some soy sweets, but there's no way I'm going out in all this weather, she continues. Since you like running around in it, could you fetch some for me? Okay, should I be... How are we establishing our relationship with Mars? Get him yourself. Mars huffs and rolls her eyes. Ugh, I don't even know why I asked. If you want to actually be useful, go talk to Administrator Seek, she says, gesturing the door to command behind her. They're looking for people to work delivery. And I'm just like, no, I'm way too busy. Too busy fetching my own soy sweets. Give in to the snark side. That's why we're besties. I'm bored. All this is boring, Mars complains, stamping her foot. All the adults want to do is work and they're not paying attention to me. Oh my god, Mars. Same. Nobody's paying attention to me. You see Tammy sitting quietly near the entrance to the lounge. You've known her for, well, your whole entire life. Back on the ship, you used to play with her, were her study partner, used to tease her. Emrys. Used to play with her. Tammy had the best doll collection. After her mom died, her dad used all his nano printer creds to print her a different doll every month for a whole year. Her ears perk up when she sees... Oh, she's got little pointy ears, I just realized. Her ears perk up when she sees you. Oh, hello, Emrys, she says. Her voice is soft and dreamy. Oh, hello, Emrys, she says. Her voice is soft and dreamy, like a beam of starlight. Do you want to play dolls? I sure do. You don't think Tammy will ever be too old to play with dolls. If anything, she has even more of them now. She takes you to her quarters and brings out the entire Spacey Stacy doll collection, a disturbingly realistic baby with real bowel movements, and 2 super fancy posable dolls named Lily and Tilly who can be programmed to move on their own. Tammy isn't very good at the programming, so Lily and Tilly just roll around awkwardly when you turn them on. You cover quickly by saying they must be breakdancing at a club. The 2 of you spend the afternoon making up stories of their rise to stardom as professional dancers. That's cute. Tammy's barely left the safety of the ship's quarters and lounge since you landed. She's looking fearfully out from the doorway. I'm afraid of outside, she admits plainly with no trace of shame. My dad says I need to take baby steps, and that it's okay if I approach things at my own pace. Hello, Anemone. Anemone's bumping a sports ball with her wrists, trying to keep it up in the air. Heads up, she shouts and bumps the ball in your direction. Think fast. Do a trick, bounce it back. Look out, a ball is flying towards you. Bounce it back. You bounce the ball back and forth with her, trying to see how many times you can rally and keep it going. Anemone tells you about the new sports ball court, a proper regulation-sized court, way bigger than the D.ruwan on the Stratospheric. Her brother Com is coaching the junior sports ball team this year. Mannequin 100%. That is the body modification of my dreams, is pointed ears. 100%. There is fucking nobody. Okay, the one place I can find that actually legitimately does it is in Australia. And the one like piercer / like body modder that does it is in Australia and doesn't travel anymore because it's so risky. I want it. I would do that. That would be so fucking cool. I've considered it. Oni, would you still love me if I had pointed ears? Floppy ears? Trip to Australia win. I would go to New Zealand first before I'd go to Australia. I mean, it's all over there. Like, I would probably still go to Australia, but like, I go to New Zealand first. It just would be pretty. Dream body mods. Yeah, that's the body mod of my dreams. Like, the one that I want. Like, if I don't know, win the fucking lottery. Stuff we can't do yet. I'm sure they could like do fancy like skin grafting. Like, I'm sure there's medical tourism for that kind of bullshit, but I don't want anything. I don't know. Wait, crunchy or smooth peanut butter? It depends on what mood I'm in. I don't know. I like, it depends on what mood I'm in. I like crunchy, but like, yeah, crunchy, I think. If I'm eating it on on a vegetable, because I really like peanut butter and apples or peanut butter and celery, then I'll eat it with smooth. But pretty much anything else, like literally anything else, crunchy. Actually, no, I like crunchy with. Never mind. I am almost all the time crunchy. As a matter of fact, for a while, Jif made they made extra crunchy, and then they made no, it wasn't Jif. It was something else that made impossibly. It was basically like mostly peanuts. Like, it was more or less. I guess you could just do that. You could just get crunchy peanut butter and mix more peanuts into it. Right? You could just do that. I could make my own impossibly crunchy peanut butter. That'd be really good. Yeah. Mannequin, I always eat pancakes with peanut butter and waffles. I grew up doing that. The daycare that I went to as a kid used to do breakfast, and I learned to do it there, and I've never looked back. And you remembered cream cheese. Good job. You bounce the ball back and forth with her, blah, blah, blah. He's so great, she says. He's good at everything, especially spiking. He's coaching me to play awesome like him. You should come join us. You get closer to your American friends. Come, study here. And then get a work visa, and then, I don't know, just live here. You can make it at home. You can make cream cheese at home. Do you have a blender? Yes. I suppose you can. Diz looks at his feet and pretends not to notice you. What a little, so moody. Hello, Dad. Hello, my little potato, your dad exclaimed, smiling warmly. I love his little nicknames. I love them. Just hanging with my friends. That's Cal. That Cal's a good boy, he says. And have you seen Anemone? She's been out by the garrison playing sports ball. I think she spent every day outside since we landed. He chuckles to himself. Guess that's what happens when you got enough brothers to make your own sports ball team. Blend the peanuts and drizzle oil until it's smooth. Yeah, but what if I want crunchy Oni? He breathes deeply and looks slowly around. Vertumna is magnificent, isn't it? You nod. Seasons, he shouts, throwing his hand wide. I missed seasons. Back on Earth, it got much, much colder, and the snow wasn't half as pretty as our spark snow. He sighs, stretching. You just wait until dust season. Both the suns will be high in the sky, and it'll be real hot then. You'll see. You find your mom hard at work setting up the greenhouses with a small construction crew. You've seen these plans pinned to the wall of your family's quarters for years now. These geodesic domes with... Even when you say geodesic, these geodesic domes will house the more delicate plants from Earth. Spinach, tomatoes, maybe even fruit. She takes a swig from her canteen as you approach. You looking for something to do? She asks. Remember, Emrys, you're responsible for your own schedule now that we've landed. You can decide how to spend your time, so long as it's productive. What's our mom's name? Flulu? Flulu. She points toward the engineering wing in the back half of the Stratospheric's severed frame. Professor Hall's still expecting you in class, but a well-rounded education includes practical application. You're old enough to help with the work around here. These Montessori space colonies, I know. Letting you try experiential education? Ugh. She clasps her hand on your shoulder. I've got another minute. Anything you need to know? What are you doing in geoponics? She looks down and nudges at a sprout growing between her feet. It's green, the color of earth plants. We're doing our best, she says, but it hasn't been easy. I just hope the potatoes and corn can handle the weather here, she says, glancing up at the sky. I hear it rains like hell in the wet season. I wonder if a small mouse could use her earrings as a swing. I like to think that they could. Yeah. All I can say is that I can't imagine that the weights all the time are particularly good for her to stretch, but you know what? That's fine. Really, you shouldn't be stretching only in one direction. It's very bad for your ears. She takes a long look at you up and down. You're growing fast, Emrys, but you're still too young for real farming. Instead, well, there's a lot of soil that needs to be hauled. Seeing your disappointment, she nudges you on the shoulder. Don't pout. It'll help build those muscles. You need them now that we're out in the real world doing real work. Out here, we have to rely on our physical strength. She flexes her biceps. Your mom is really strong. I can read. It's fine. Become strong. I don't want to get tough. I want to, well, maybe I do. I'd like to be muscly. I'd like to be able to lift a man with one arm. A low throbbing noise comes from the engine room, which provides we've read this. Let's study a little bit more here, and then we'll... I'm sure Sprout doesn't weigh that much. I could probably lift Oni. Probably. Good afternoon, my burgeoning biologists and up-and-coming chemists. Professor Hall welcomes you back to your old classroom. This afternoon we'll learn what we like... Ew. What we like to call the wet sciences. The wet sciences. Gross. He gestures to his hollow-projected lesson plan. Biology, chemistry, medicine, ecology, and geology. You'll learn a little bit of everything with opportunities for further... the wet sciences, Oni. You'll learn a little bit of everything with opportunities for further study in your favorite field. If you're looking for something a little drier, try registering for the engineering classes. Think. Nope. One gets me more. Nope. Yes. Cool. This week you had a few more bouts of deja vu, remembering what somebody's about to say or just before they do, or do just before they do it. Sometimes they actually do it, but not always. It's the study of the citrusy. Oni, this morning you were sure Professor Hal was going to trip on the uneven floor in the cafeteria and spill his plate of hash browns. You even told Mars to watch. He didn't, though. As Professor Hal walked away, his hash browns safe for today, Mars called you a liar and a dummy. At night, your dreams are all mixed up with stuff you know can't be real. You're chased by monsters the size of buildings, only to be saved by strange people you've never met. You're holding hands with someone you love. You're crying as you help lift a shrouded body into the colony recycler. Recycler? Their water belongs to the tribe. Everything seems so familiar, but when you try to recall their faces when you wake up, they're smeared in your memory like wet paint. I mean, that's clearly Tammy. Like, but what if those things haven't happened yet, but they will someday? Anytime you try to tell someone, they think you're playing a trick or that you're sick and need to go to the med bay. You eventually decide to stay quiet about your strange dreams. Why? You don't want people to worry. You just want to be normal. Secret powers are fun. I don't want people to worry. Your parents have so much on their minds already. You have a feeling that something is happening at Geoponics that they don't want you to know. You don't understand it, but when they come home at night, they look really sad. You don't want to make things worse. Do what? Oh, Mannequin confirm their sources. If you just keep going to classes and staying out of trouble, it'll be easier for everyone, yourself included. Time to go relax. Oops, no, I wanted to relax. It's nice to take some time off to chill after all the stress of school and work, not to mention the mental toll of just living on this unpredictable planet. Looks like you're not the only one who needs some downtime. Some of the other kids are also relaxing in the lounge. Let's go say hi to my bestie. Okay, but you do stink, you hear Mars defend herself. It's not my fault that you can't tell. Maybe your nose stopped working, but the rest of us can smell it. Mars! She waves her hand in front of her nose and makes a PU gesture and turns to you. He smells awful, right, Emrys? Oh. Ah! Stop being so mean, Mars. Yeah, no, absolutely not. You stand toe-to-toe with Mars. She glares at you, then at Diz. Ugh, fine, she says defeated. I'm sorry, Diz. I'm just trying to help. But I should have said it in a nicer way. Not everyone in life is going to tell you the truth, you know. I'm sorry, Mars. Do you want to forget? No. Why would I want to forget this? Will it make it... Yeah, why would I want to forget? Like, that's just more cards. I guess if I wanted to make the odds of having better cards or other cards, but I don't really want that. Who are you? Pollen season. Tangent is hunched over her hollow palm, frowning and poking angrily at the air. Oh god, my space allergies, right? She speaks without looking up at you. Professor Hal wants us to prep a list of native flora with pictures. There should be a catalog of on the colony holonet, but I can't find it anywhere. Plants, tried looking outside? I'll help you find that catalog. Let's make our own list. Tangent is dubious, but agrees to try your idea. Two of you run around the colony yard, taking pictures of all the different Vertumnan plants you can find and making up fake sciencey sounding names for them, like Wonkius shrubbius and Purplius gracium. After an hour, you've categorized 51 different species. Tange doesn't think it's a very complete list or a very scientific method, but she figures you must have learned something. Tangent looks up at the sky and shades her eyes. It's too bright, she complains, and it's too hot, and the nights are cold. Living on the stratospheric meant we never had to experience discomfort. Remind me, why aren't we putting our resources into repairing the ship? Not the spurlages. Yeah. Diz is listening to his here speak, completely ignoring you. You put yourself in his field of vision and he scowls. What do you want? Leave me alone. I saved your life from my best friend. Anemone's running around the sports ball court, touching her hand to the ground at each corner. 18, she counts. 19. When she reaches 20, she collapses onto the grass and checks her hollow palm. I'm training, she explains. My big bro Com says I have to get my legs climatized to the planet if I'm going to be team captain like him. Anemone runs up to you. Hi, Emrys, she huffs, catching her breath. She grins. On the ship, adults are always saying, no running, Anemone, no running. But outside, there's so much room. I can run for 5 minutes in one direction. Even more if the roboplows clear the land for farms. Neat. Tammy's dad is the head of expeditions, which means he's out surveying the jungle every day. This morning, you see her crying in the doorway as he leaves. I don't like when he goes out there, she sniffs after he's gone. But he's so brave, and so are you. That's why I like you, Emrys. Oh, she's so sweet. Cal is riding around the geoponics gardens on his hoverboard. The board comes to a sudden shuddering stop on the rocky ground in front of you. Cal falls off, but catches his balance before he eats dirt. Hi, Emrys. Real ground is way harder to hover on than ship floors. There are bumps everywhere. Maybe hoverboards don't work outside? Oh, they totally do, Cal exclaims. I've been all over the place on this thing. Hovering outside is rad. Look at this. He runs over to a small depression in a nearby hill and presents it like it's something amazing. Look at this. It's a skate bowl. Cool. Can I try? Sure, but please be careful. Mom says if I break my hoverboard, we can't make a new one. You take turns riding around the bowl, trying to get enough speed to going down one side to come back up the other. You don't land any tricks. It's hard just staying on the board with uneven ground, but it's still fun. Cal runs up to you, streaked from foot to neck with purple dirt. There's so much space. Me and Anemone just ran for 20 minutes and we never ran down the same path twice. He leans over and braces his hands on his knees, breathing heavily. Hooey, she's so fast. Cool. Hooey. Let's talk to parents. Your dad sneezes and wipes his nose with a handkerchief. Oh, this pollen, he says, his voice thick with congestion. Someday I'm gonna get used to this. Hello, Mother. Your mom is hard at work breaking ground for the new fields. As the colony's chief cultivator, she's been preparing for this year as long as you can remember. Hey, Emrys, she says, leaning hard on her tiller and mopping her brow. You need me for something? If you're not going to class, I can always put you to work. No, I'm good. Thanks, Mom. It shows a chat bubble if they have something to talk about. Chat bubble above their heads. Hello, Mars. Ugh, I have all these kudos and nowhere to spend them yet, Mars says, sighing. Seek says the depot store won't open till next year. How am I supposed to show off until how much better and harder working I am than everybody else? Grab the what? The egg near Mars? You find a hefty red Xeno egg. Neat. Are there other goodies I can grab? Oh, hello. You step cautiously through the colony gates. Hey there, kiddo. Uncle Tonin blocks your way with a smile. I'm afraid expeditions is off limits for now. It's not safe out there for kids. You better toughen up so you can join the squads when you're older. They help you in challenges. Cool. Well, I guess experiential learning, I suppose, or we could yeah, sure. Chief Administrator Seek greets you at the depot. They look you up and down. Emrys, you never struck me as particularly responsible or organized, but children never are. Jesus! What makes you think you'd be a good fit for the position of courier? You didn't realize there was going to be a job interview. But I am organized. Cleaning your bedroom once in a while isn't the same thing, Seek sneers. But lucky for you, you're the only applicant this week. You've got the job. For now, anyway. They use their elegant stylus to note this on their holopalm. Come back in a few minutes and you can help make deliveries. Yes, there will be kudos for you if you do it correctly. Deliver supplies. Seek sends you around the colony. Sorry, Seek sends you all around the colony delivering supplies. During your first week, it's mostly small things you can carry by hand or push on a little cart. Stuff like tools and electronics. Some are high priority, which means you have to move fast. It's fun getting to yell, "Important delivery coming through," and people actually get out of the way. They must be uncomfortable at the time with that stick so far up their ass. I know. Looking for more difficulty? This harder card challenges option will keep you on your toes. Want to focus on the story? Yeah, fuck it. Goal 12. I can do that. Zero. I don't think that actually does anything, but yeah, that's fine. You worked well this month. You wake from an afternoon nap. You squint into the pink-tinged light slanting through the windows. You must have fallen asleep in the lounge. Tammy's shadow falls across your nest of pillows. "Oh, I'm sorry, Emrys," she says, giggling. "I didn't mean to wake you up. It's just so nice outside with pollen sparkling in the sunlight. I wanted to open the windows." You rub your eyes blearily. Ugh, you're having the weirdest dream. Since you're awake, you should visit the cafeteria. Auntie Sedent is making a new kind of candy. She said it's made of cotton. Isn't that weird? I have to go tidy the creche first. Then I'll meet you there. Save some for me, okay? Tammy skips off toward the creche. Creche? Humming to herself. Go get that free candy. She's so pretty. In the cafeteria, Auntie Sedent is cheerfully handing out masses of pink candy, puffy and soft like clouds. "Oh, Emrys," she says, handing you a wand with some candy spun around the end. "Here, try some of this. We used to have it on Earth." You pull off a piece and give it a taste. It's so sweet at first that your mouth puckers. You've never tasted anything so sweet and so real. It's not at all like the soy sweets that the kitchen nanoprinter can make. It melts in your mouth, leaving a gritty residue on your tongue. You wait until everyone's gone, but Tammy never shows up. You look down at the cotton candy in your hands. It's wilted a little from the humidity, but it's kind of like her hair, you think. Pale pink and so soft. You keep some to give her later. You're relaxing in your family's quarters after dinner. Your mom had to run off on some kind of council business, so you and your dad are playing a hollow game together. Looked a memory from a middle school video from English class, yeah. That's your wife, Oni? They're all your wife. When you're just about ready to head off to bed, your mom returns. You can tell from the defeated slant of her shoulders that something's gone terribly wrong. Your dad starts to ask her what happened, but she waves him away and approaches you. She sits down and takes your hand, holding it between her two strong, dirt-creased ones. "Emrys, I'm so sorry to have to tell you this," she starts. Her mouth quivers as she swallows, working on her next words. "There was an accident this afternoon in the creche. Your classmate, Tammy, has died." Aw, fuck, she was so cute. You try to understand her words. Tammy? Dead? That's not possible. You suddenly remember the cotton candy you were saving to give Tammy, pink and fluffy, just like her hair. You put your hand in your pocket to get it, but what comes out is a sticky, dark, red lump of hard goo. You stare at it, your mind blank. Your mom tells you as simply as possible that Tammy was killed by an electric shock from a broken holo projector. It was just an accident. You press her for an explanation. A little girl is dead, someone you'd grown up with, someone so much like you. She wasn't sick or anything. You just saw her this morning. She was right there. Why? Your mom's eyes are sad when she tells you. Sometimes there's just no reason why. You aren't used to dealing with death, and you don't know what you're supposed to say or do. You sort of mumble, okay, then get changed and crawl into bed a full hour before your bedtime. You try to fall asleep, but you toss and turn for hours. You eventually drift off to fitful dreams of that small, sticky red lump of cotton candy. Mars is staring into space, looking somber. She doesn't even notice as you come up beside her and barely reacts when you say hello. "I'm thinking about Tammy," she says quietly. "She used to sit down the hill there, in that spot in the sun. Every morning she'd just sit there for hours in the sun doing nothing, just being happy." You stare down the hill to the spot near the entrance to the quarters. You can imagine her there, working on some little craft project, humming to herself. "I miss her too. And now she's dead," Mars says, making a face. "How's that for fair? Of all the people, how come it had to be my friend?" You don't have an answer. You've never heard Mars call Tammy her friend before, but of course she was. Tammy was everyone's scared little sister, even though she was older than most of you. Mars fiddles with her bracelet, chunky, misshapen blue beads tied together with string. It looks like something Tammy could have made before. Well, before. Mars doesn't want to talk to you. Tammy, because her name, I think because her name is Aspartame, like according to the wiki. So, you know, Tammy for short. Hello, Tyr. How are you? Tan just pacing around in front of engineering. She looks upset. It shouldn't have happened, she says. Tammy's... What happened to Tammy? It shouldn't have been possible. You're the big tired? Why are you the big tired? Go take a nap. Oh, that's worse. There was no reason for that hollow projector to break. Professor Hal said it was just recently serviced and nothing goes wrong. Nothing was wrong with it just before... Or before it just... She gestures angrily. Just blew up for no reason. Nobody would have wanted to hurt her, so why? How? It doesn't add up. Sorry, Emrys, I want to think about this some more. I hate it when I can't find the answer. Tan still looks lost in thought. Sorry, Emrys, I want to think about this some more. I hate when I can't find the answer. Oh, geez, Tyr. Go get some rest if you can. Lord. You have another 10 hours left? Lord, I'll try and keep you up. Anemone is chucking rocks at the strato, sending metallic clangs ringing through the colony. Stupid planet, she yells. Stupid crush, stupid spaceship. She bends down to pick up another rock, but instead sobs and braces her hands on her knees. Stupid everything. Why'd she have to die? It's not fair. Kids aren't supposed to die. Can you believe Tammy died? Diz asks morbidly. I heard Chief Engineer Instance tell someone about it. He lowers his voice. Tammy got shocked by a broken hollow projector. The one in the creche with the dancing teddy bear, you remember? When she touched it, she got chucked all the way across the room. He makes a sailing motion with his hand. And bam. She was dead before she even landed. Wow, really? Diz suddenly looks embarrassed. Yeah, I mean, it's too bad she was gone. She's gone. She was nice. He tugs at the sleeve of his oversized jacket, but that's kind of a cool way to die. Diz stares down at the ground. Sorry, I don't want to talk right now, he mumbles. He's probably still embarrassed about what he said about Tammy. Damn, Diz. I knew Diz was an edgelord. Yeah, seriously. Cal is sitting in your mom's flower garden with his face in his hands. He's clearly been crying all morning and probably all of yesterday, too. He and Tammy were really close. Whenever you guys used to play house in the creche, Tammy was always the mommy and Cal was the daddy. Even though you were just little kids, you always kind of giggled about how obviously they were going to be together forever. Like a princess and a knight. Are you okay? Yeah, he sniffs, looking up at you. You can see how puffy and red his eyes are. I mean, no, not really. That's just what people want me to say, right? Tammy always liked these flowers, he mumbled. Sometimes I picked some for her. He runs his hand over the pretty white flowers. Don't tell your mom, okay? Tears well up and slowly leak out of his eyes. He doesn't even blink, just stares at the flowers, as tears run down his cheeks. You decide to give him some space. I know, this is sad. Fuck. Your dad gives you a hug. Sorry you're feeling blue, Emrys, he says. Things will start to look up again soon. Your mom pats your shoulder encouragingly. I'm so sorry, Emrys. Damn. Oh, fuck. I have to go visit the dad. Let's see. You step cautiously through the colony gates. Emrys. Uncle Tonin sighs as he blocks your path. He looks like he hasn't been sleeping. Sorry, but you shouldn't be out here. Our children are so young and so precious. So fragile. Oh, Jesus. Please stand near the ship. God, that's... Oh, my God. Oh. Look at him. Oh. Uncle Tonin, I'm sorry. Oh, my God. Christ. Jesus Christ. I will not be relaxing in the lounge. No, thank you. Not today. God, that's sad. Fuck. She didn't deserve it. Poor Tammy. Let's study life sciences. I like biology. I'm interested in biology. I'm kind of dumb, but I'm interested in biology. Goal is 11. I'm not gonna make it. Change of cards. Can I? Hmm. That didn't do much. Fuck. 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 I didn't do it. Oh. Well, would you look at that? The colony's going to hold a funeral for Tammy. Do you want to attend? If you don't feel up to it, you could just skip it and take the month off instead, or you get back to work. Tammy who? Yes, we're going to attend. The colonists gather in the recycling room. Jesus, don't call it that. I don't know. That's so morbid. The colonists gather in the recycling room. Bringing organics down to be recycled is one of your chores, but you've only come here for a funeral twice. Both times a colonist had passed away from natural causes during the 20-year-long journey from Earth. The first time there's been a funeral on Vertumna, and the first time for someone you actually knew. The mouth of the organics recycler has been polished, and a wreath of yellow flowers placed over the opening. Inside, you can see a shrouded figure. Tammy's small, fragile body. Jimmy Stuffer. Thank you. Hydrate, everybody take a big drink of water. If you don't have water, go fill yours up, because when I drink, we all drink. Today, Jimmy is our reason for drinking. The silent god of comfort. Oni! This is a somber, sad moment. Tammy's dad, Uncle Tonin, is here, as well as your parents, and Auntie Sedent, and the rest of the council. Cal is here with his mom and her partners, already crying in their arms. The room is packed with people, and the feeling of grief is so thick you can taste it in your mouth. I know you're being pragmatic. There are times for pragmatism, and there are times for emotion. Oni. Goodness. To be fair, I also did say, her water will become the water of the tribe. Governor Utico. Utico? Oni, you're going to turn you into Soylent. Oni flavored. When in space, become sociopathic. There are no words to ease the pain we feel today, she begins solemnly. There is only the sad company of those of us left behind to share the burden of that grief. Tammy was our child, she continues. When on Arrakis, become the water of the tribe. Yes. One of the first humans to be born in space, and the first to die on an alien planet. In her short life, she exemplified the very arc of human accomplishment, bending hopefully toward life beyond our humble earth. She is the first of us who can truly call Vertumna home. Her passing is as senseless as it was sudden. Losses like this are impossible to hold within oneself, a painful reminder that life is impossibly precious and fragile, but they also remind us, as always, that as a community, we are capable of great strength. Utico closes the door to the recycler. You hear Uncle Tonin sob over the hum of the particle disintegrators beginning their work. As a community, we remember Tammy. As a community, we return her body to the soil that nourishes us. In this way, Tammy, our child from the stars, will never be truly lost to us. The ceremony is adjourned, but a few people stay back to console Uncle Tonin as he keeps vigil over the recycler. Cal and Uncle Tonin hold each other and weep openly. Your mom stays behind to receive Tammy's remains. As the head of geoponics, she'll be responsible for adding them to the colony's precious supply of brown soil from the earth. Yes. That's not mulch. I mean, it's a good use of, I don't know. That's what I would want to have happen with my ashes. Probably. I don't know. Your dad accompanies you out of the recycling room. He clears his throat. I want you to know that you don't need to be okay, he says, clasping his warm hand on your shoulder. If you want to take the rest of the month off, everyone's going to understand. We're going to go back to school. I get stuff better done when I grieve better when I'm working. You feel better having just having said goodbye. You didn't really know Tammy that well after all. It's sad that she's dead, but you have to move on. I loved Tammy. Tangent shoots you a distracted look. Sorry, she says. I'm not really good at cheering people up. Sorry, Tis mumbles. He looks uncomfortable to be around you. What? Why? What did I do? Corpse fair use, no DMCA strikes because it's transformative of the original work. Hello, Brella. How are you? Hello, Oats. How are you? Anemone's unusually still today. She's sitting in the dugout at the sports ball pitch, fiddling with an ugly doll with red hair. Tammy gave me this, she sighs. I kind of told her to shove off because I don't play with dolls. I have to be so mean to her. Oh, you almost forgot your sub? Cal gives you a sympathetic smile. Hey, Emrys, he says. We'll be okay. Are we talking channel sub or like Subway? Well, I mean, it's not the sub I was talking about. Oh shit, I never had my phone plugged in. Hang on. I need to plug in the tracker. Neither it's the sub I'm watching, I mean. Are you talking about me, Brella? Absolutely not. You're incorrect. Let me just, I'll set the fucking record straight. You're incorrect. Mostly. Let's talk to Bestie. Mars shoots you a sympathetic but distracted smile. Thanks, Mars. Thanks for the schmeat, Oni. How do you feel about redeeming multiple rewards at the same time? I guess, what do you mean? Chimmy. Can't clip, I'm on mobile. Sorry. Your dad gives you a hug. Sorry, you're feeling blue. Things will start to look up again soon. Your mom pats your shoulder encouragingly. I'm so sorry, Emrys. That's okay, Mom. I guess, Chimmy, do you mean like channel point rewards? Redeem as many as you want. Like, I don't give a shit. Posture check. Everybody sit up straight. Unbisexual yourselves. Let's study humanities. Distarked ourselves. 0, 0, 0, 1, 2. Oh no, the pink candy. Oh no. A light scolding and thighs at the same time. Do you want a light scolding while you are... Do you want to be scolded by the thighs? You little degenerate. I don't mind, but that is what's going to happen. Jimmy, no. I don't believe you. Man, nobody redeemed the thighs. I'm not putting them up here. You goober. I was gonna say, you heard thighs and you were like, I've got this. Oh shit, I have to turn off Nightbot because I love Mix It Up's function. Look at that. Look at that. It says game, the game title, the price on Steam right now, and then the link to the Steam page. I fucking love it. If you needed fucking somebody to convince you on Mix It Up, mods are Pavlov condition. You're not wrong. We'll deliver supplies again. It's been a while, but it's time to attend a meeting of the Secret Fun Times Club. Mars started the SFC years ago when you were little kids. Oops. Tangent and Tammy agreed to join at the time, but then it got busy with other things and forgot about it, and then Tammy died. You meet in an unused conference room in command, which Mars says is perfect for a secret club. Club President Mars brings the meeting to order. Tange, Vice President of Writing Down Secrets, records the meeting notes on her holopalm. As Vice President of Fun Ideas, it was your job to come up with some ideas for the club. It was something for the club to do today. You chose making friendship bracelets and brought all the supplies you'll need. Today, Mars announces, we're going to make friendship bracelets, and I have an even better idea. We're going to sell them to people for kudos. And that isn't really how kudos are supposed to be used, but Mars is hard to argue with sometimes. The three of you spend the afternoon braiding bracelets out of recycled bits of wire and bright plastic packing straps. Your hearts aren't really in it, though. All three of you know that Tammy would have been much better at this than you. Making friendship bracelets was one of her favorite things. She was always giving them to people and didn't expect anything in return. It's eventually Mars who calls us meeting early. Oops. She takes all your misshapen bracelets and looks at them dubiously. I don't know if people will want to trade their kudos for these, but I'll do my best. I'll put the kudos in the club treasury. Meeting adjourned. You ask Tangent if she thinks Mars is actually going to sell them. I think so, Tange tells you, but the club doesn't even have a treasury. She probably has to keep the kudos for herself. She doesn't seem to care. Adjusting blankets. Because I'm cold. Oh, we've got 0, 0, 0. Actually. Oh. Brella. 4 months. 4 months of Brella. Thanks, Brella. I appreciate it. You're an absolute peach, and I love having you around. What are you sorry for? I just 4 months is so long. It is a long time, and I've enjoyed every minute of it. I'm very grateful to have you as a friend and as a mod. You're wonderful, and I appreciate you. It's time for Vertumnalia. Stop, it's gonna leak into my bones. I'm sorry. Utico and the council have called a festival to celebrate life here on the planet Vertumna. Everyone gathers in the colony square to hear Governor Utico's speech. In Earth history, Utico begins and then clears her throat and waits for everyone to quiet down. In Earth's history, Vertumna was known as the god of seasons, change, gardens, and fruit. It's no coincidence that our forebears on the Vertumna project chose to take on such an auspicious name in the hopes of seeding future bountiful seasons of humanity. We will continue this tradition of Vertumnalia, a midsummer festival, to celebrate our Vertumna, this lush planet on which we find ourselves today. Clap. Everyone cheers. I clap exactly once. Everyone cheers and applauds. The members of the council all get up on stage one at a time to give their own short speeches. Governor Utico announces each one. Governor Utico, command. Chief Administrator Seek, command. Security Chief Rhett Garrison. Chief Engineer Instance Engineering. Chief Cultivator Flulu, Geoponics. Chief Steward Antecedent Quarters. Chief Surveyor Melatonin Expeditions. These names. When it's your mother Flulu's turn, she announces that tonight you'll be eating some of the very first crops grown up from Vertumnan soil. Average D&D character names, you're not incorrect. Regular sub and Prime. If you have Amazon Prime, you get a free Prime sub every month, and you just basically you don't have to pay. You're paying for Amazon Prime, but it's not something that you pay for out of pocket, you know? It's free with your Amazon Prime membership. It's a fringe benefit. Your eyes go to the feast table. Aboard the Stratosphere, it would have been mostly soy-based food from the nanoprinters, spiced up with what precious fruits and vegetables could be grown in the small growing bays. This year, the earth plants look even less robust than usual, but they're supplemented by some Vertumnan plants you come to appreciate, juicy watato pods and slabs of edible fungi. Utico takes the stage after everyone in the council has said their piece. What is a festival without festivities, she asks. Professor Hal and Security Chief Rhett have organized a 3-part competition for the kids. Good luck, children. Which one do you join? You get a free sub per month, and you get to choose who your favorite streamer is. It's clear who I chose. I'm not your favorite streamer, Brella. Don't do that. Don't. You're gonna make me cry. Talent show or science fair? Talent show, because I'm self-centered as shit. You have the highest watch time, Brella. Stop. I had an emotional day today. Froggy stop. I had an emotional day today. It's an all singing, all dancing, all talent extravaganza. The entire colony gathers to watch the show after dinner. First up, Diz plods up to the front of the stage as a song starts to play. He just stands there, deadpan, staring into space with his arms at his side, while the singer belts out the first verse. Then as the chorus comes in, he suddenly springs to life, dancing and lip-syncing to the lyrics, frantically waving his arms and grinning maniacally. Then collapses back to standing once the chorus is over. It's hilarious, but you're not sure you're supposed to be laughing. Next, Mars performs a choreographed dance routine to an old Earth song by an AI idol. Oh my god. Is that like a VTuber? Because, you know, VTubers are making AI like never seen before. She has light-emitting balls at the end of her hair, which she swings around everywhere in the dim light, which while controlling a small floating ball drone who dances with her. It's total overkill, but it is impressive. Your turn. What do you do? Comedy routine, a magic act, or hoverboard tricks? Comedy routine. The only reason I'm not subbed because I'm broke. You don't ever have to sub, like, at all, Scorch. Don't even worry about that. You're amazing, super magic. You guys, make me cry. Miku? Is that Miku Hatsune? Creator of Minecraft? Give us your best space joke. Let me think about it and get back to you. I probably have one, just not like off rip. Hello, Wild. How are you? How is the chat tonight? Yeah, chat, how are you doing? Story challenges of 3 rounds instead of 1. 47! Modded yourself into Project Zomboid. Nice! Oh, God. Oh, God. Oh, my God. Oh, no. 5. 6. 7. We'll try. Oh, shit. Let's see what we've got. And yeah, we're not gonna make it, but ooh, wait. I swear to thigh. What's your problem with your new Minecraft home? Got 13 versus, what was that other one? 13 versus 19. Why can't I push through? Bitch, why can't I push through? It's not that high. I have stress. Oh, never mind. Defeated. Defeated. Your performance is, well, it isn't as good as whatever Mars did, according to the judges. That was a tough act to beat. Maybe next year. After the festivities are over, everyone takes time off for a much-needed break. During the fierce heat of dust, a few days' rest is exactly what you need. You feel refreshed. Early dust. Mid-dust. I'm bored. This is boring. Mars complains, stamping her foot. All the adults want to do is work, and they're not paying attention to me. I found something you might like. No, I didn't. Done. Emrys, Tangent says, approaching you with purpose. We need to discuss my brother. Who, Diz? Yes, Diz, she says impatiently. I need you to figure out where he's been disappearing. Ever since we landed, I barely see him anymore. He doesn't even come home at night sometimes, and she trails off and looks at her feet. I'm not on very good terms with my brother of late, but people are worried. People are becoming worried. You get the feeling Tan's just the one who's worried, but she doesn't want to admit it. Thank you, Emrys, she says, looking relieved for a second before her expression hardens again. I mean, Scorch, you should talk to Pow about it. I think they're the one who administers? I have no idea. Thank you, Emrys, she says, looking relieved for a second before her expression hardens again. I mean, it would be a ridiculous waste of resources if something happened to him and no one knew where he was or how to find him. Right, of course. Tange doesn't get worried. We date simming tonight? Kinda. This is our whatever Wednesday, so I'm testing it. We're seeing how we feel about it. You're fine, Scorch. Don't even worry about it. We talked. We're good. Don't even worry about it. Anemone holds her stomach as you approach. The air here just make you feel hungry all the time, or is it just me? She wonders. I feel like I could just eat a whole one of those mushroom trees. Just, ow. She mimes shoving a whole giant mushroom in her mouth. Done. Cal looks up at the sky, shading his eyes. I wonder when it's going to rain again, he says. The heat doesn't bother me none, but after a while, the plants are going to get all toasty. Hello, Dad. You spot your dad lying on the ground in the soft grass, looking up at the sky. He zooms his hand across the field of vision like a spaceship, then looks over with a dreamy smile. Hey, kiddo, he says. Sometimes I can't believe we're back on solid ground. After 20 years in space, it still doesn't feel real. Damn, right? Those suspenders are so fucking cool. I want to, like, crochet them or make them out of leather. I don't know. Right? Your mom is hard at work breaking ground for the new fields. As the colony's chief cultivator, she's been preparing for this year, blah, 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 blah. No, I'm good, Mom. Thank you. You tell Diz that his sister Tangent wants to know where he's been disappearing off to. His eyes flit briefly to yours, and he stares vaguely off toward the engineering wing where his sister is reading on her holopalm between classes. She's worried about you. She doesn't care about me, he says sullenly. Tangent's just worried she'll get in trouble if I don't come home one day. He scowls and picks at the hem of his sweater. She doesn't care about anything but her schoolwork. I'll just leave him alone. His shoulders slump in relief as you go. I'll find out. We'll do it. How do you put so much drip on the word leather? What do you mean? Did I do it there? Like... I think it's the L. I don't know. It's a strong L sound, like leather. I don't know. I like leather. I'm a leather appreciator. One could say. Don't talk to me about dick, okay? I say dick like a normal person. It was just it was Leon who made fun of me about it. What, Crow? What? Talking about meat? We're talking about schmeat? No, because Leon, our friend of the channel, Leon Sujiken, came in here when I was saying the word dick, and I said it like dick, like D-Y-I-C-K, not Leon Kennedy, Leon Sujiken. Thanks, Amarain. And yeah, I said it like dick, and it was joking, but then I said, no, I say it like dick normally, apparently I fucking say it wrong? I don't know. I don't want to go in there anymore. I don't know. I want to learn fucking... Ooh, register for engineering classes. Using Congruence's HoloNet scheduling system is almost a test on its own. You feel like a hacker navigating the confusing interface, but manage to add your name to the list of drop-in students. You're now eligible to join Tangent and some of the older students in engineering classes. Nerd. Hey! I want to be smart. Professor Hal rubs his hand together as he waits for the class to settle down. He's in a great mood. This must be his favorite subject to teach. If biology and chemistry are the wet sciences, then engineering must be a dry one, but believe me, this class definitely... Professor! But believe me, this class definitely won't be dry. He winks. It's weird. We'll also be learning math, physics, computing, robotic, architecture, and astronomy. Tangent raises her hand. Will we also learn about nuclear engineering? She asks. There's nothing dry what I'm talking about, math, baby. I know. I'm also a math person. I like math. I'm not, like, especially good at it. Oh, Anonymous, thank you for gifting Scorched a tier 1 sub. I appreciate it. And I'm sure that they do too. Same, but that's because I'm sweating. I know, I get a little sweaty when I get really into math. Oh my god, statistics. Yes, Professor Hal nods. Yes, at a beginner level, we'll have... don't worry, I'll have a horny statistics, I don't know, joke, bit. It'll happen. I don't like calc. I like stats. I like meaningful math, okay? You scare me, /fiction. Why? Because I like math? I like stats. Leave me alone. Like, I don't know. You can't math at all? Brella's even better. Oh my god, baby, show me your central tendency. What sane person enjoys stats? Me. I'm a slut for metrics. And if you understand stats, you understand like what bad stats are and how like journalists will misinterpret stats, which I think is really important. That journalists and people like just reporting on shit and people regurgitating misinformation are misinterpreting stats for you, which is bad. Ugh, baby, test my hypothesis. Ah! I'm sorry. I'm done. I'm sorry. And so, wait, where the fuck are my emotes? I'm not showing. Oh, I don't know. But if you moan about math, sorry, I keep bashing my microphone. I have it in a new place. I'm sorry. I know, it's because I have it in a different place. I'm going to fix that right now. I'm going to mute myself for a second. It's because I keep bashing it and it's really close to my face right now. Exclamation spout for the spray bottle. Okay, are we still... I don't want to moan again for fear of, like, I don't know, because I'm to test whether we're peaking, but I will turn myself down just a tick. Like, is that... Did that peak? Did that do anything? Yeah, exclamation sprout to give me spray bottles. Actually, let me do it. Oops, exclamation sprout. We already have... Yes, this is what you do when I get too horny, is you spray me down. And also graham crackers, but... Meadow. Hello, hello. Guess who woke up from a migraine? I'm terribly sorry. Are you feeling a little better? Have you taken anything for it? And have you hydrated? Thank you for resubscribing with Prime. I appreciate it. For when Sprout gets too feral, Sprout's used it on me! Okay. Like when we see platypuses or platypussies? All of the above doing very better. Good. Good, good, good. Boop, 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 boop. Win! Oh, ween. Mid dust. Dust is pretty mid. Damn, you're fucking uncaged tonight. I'm always uncaged! I'm always like this. You know what just occurred to me? I realized part of the reason that I might be peaking a little bit is because I also messed with my damn voice meter settings. Anemone's running around the sports ball court touching... We already read this. What do you mean tonight? Tangent sniffs the air. Emrys don't got the bit for a cage. There are methods. Don't you worry, mannequin. Tangent sniffs the air. It stinks out here. Not just one stink either. Every day it's a new stink. Today it smells like... She wrinkles her nose. Like that time the waste reclamation unit broke down. Ugh. You haven't noticed the smell. She's sort of sensitive. Or maybe she just likes the stale air of the ship inside the ship better. Umbrella, don't worry, I can build one. Promise. JK. It's not exactly my thing. You know, Emrys, you're all right, Mars says as you approach. You blink at her, trying to figure out what she means. You're an all right what? At your stunned silence, Mars laughs and tosses her hair over her shoulder. You're all right, she repeats. You actually have good taste, unlike all those other nullheads. Ever since we landed, it's been help with this, Mars, and don't waste resources on that, Mars. It's boring. At least you understand the importance of sophistication. You shoot the breeze with Mars a little longer. At some point, Diz skulks out of the living quarters and has to pass by you both, clearly not trying to draw your attention. Ugh, where's he going now? Mars mutters to you, then raises her voice so Diz can hear. Try not to get eaten by aliens, she calls out to Diz. If you die out there, they can't use your body for fertilizer. Don't be a waste. Shut up, Mars. Diz is cool. You say it loud enough for Diz to hear. He looks at you with wide eyes before scurrying toward the walls. Huh, Mars says with a little smile. No accounting for taste. She seems to respect that you challenged her. She watches Diz appear from sight, then shrugs. Maybe you can get through to him. Or maybe you can get through to him. I've tried, but he doesn't care about contributing to the colony or being popular or earning kudos or anything important. No, I'm not going to be mean to my friend. I won't say anything. Sometimes if you don't have something nice to say, don't say anything at all, but also defend your friends. Cal is scratching a stick listlessly in the dirt, seemingly uninterested in your presence until you get right in his face. Oh, hey, Emrys, he says, mustering up a hollow smile. Sorry, I don't really feel like playing today. How's it going, my zany zygomorph? Pretty good, Dad. I love your nicknames. Your mom is hard at work. Blah, blah, blah. Thanks, Mom. Diz is sitting on the ground just outside the gate, under the watchful eye of someone working in expeditions. We're just as stuck here as we were on the ship, he mumbles, but he doesn't say anything else after that. Sorry, buddy. Uncle, have you cheered up at all? Nope. Bummer. Just finished Hi-Fi Rush. Man, I want you to figure out why it's not working. That was an absolute blast and bang and music. Now I get to play on the Rhythm Master difficulty. Draken, if you want to help me troubleshoot, I mean, you know, I have tried goddamn near everything. My only other thing that I can think of is to buy it on Steam, but apparently the issue is happening for Steam users as well. So I don't know. I have no idea. I want to make better friends with Mars because I like her. Nothing much happens this month. You spend most of the time spacing out to whatever's on your here speak, occasionally nodding hello to the other colonists passing through. You binge a few seasons of the show you've been meaning to rewatch. Relaxing. Starting to get a migraine and gotta find a way to fix it. Absolutely, mannequin. Don't even worry. Never feel like you have to, as much as I appreciate you being here, never feel like you have to, like, tell me where you're gonna be. Should be home earlier the next 2 days. Only local route. Only local route for the rest of the week. Got 8-ish inches of snow. Jeez. We haven't gotten that much, but we got a fair bit. We also want you comfortable and healthy. One friendship with Mars. We should do that. Command is a warren of long hallways with doors off to tiny... Yeah, we've read that. But let's talk with everybody first. We've read that. Mars ain't got nothing new to say to me. Mom. No, I'm good. Dad, what term of endearment you have? Oh, Sunberry. That's so cute. That's a cute nickname. Hey, Sunberry, your dad greets you. Working hard or hardly working? He laughs and ruffles your hair. I love this dad. He's so cute. Sunberry. I love that nickname. Almost as much as Stardust. That's so cute. Doesn't feel like playing. Yes, I should look for collectibles. You're stealing that nickname? Good. Hydrate or dihydrate? Thanks, Draken. Hydrate or dihydrate. Everybody take a big drink of water. If you don't have water, go fill yours up because when I drink, we all drink. Today, Draken Brand Z is our reason for drinking. Thank you, my friend, for keeping us hydrated. Mm-hmm. You gotta do your thing before you go to sleep, of course. I do. Only partners can use Stardust, though. It's a special nickname. It is a very good nickname. I like it because Ticker uses it. Ever since Ticker called me Stardust, my gay little robot. I love Ticker so much. Stardust. It wouldn't do to stand Ticker up on today of all days. I'm like, oh, Ticker, you're so sweet. Good night, Draken. Have a great evening. You show up to the delivery depot bright and early, as most of the colony is still yawning and pawing around for their morning cup of blep tea. Zeke is there with a large stack of thin white rectangles. Is that paper? Neat, so nostalgic. But we have holopalms. Why use paper? It's terrible for the environment. So nostalgic. Yes, Zeke hums. Governor Yutiko is quite sentimental when it comes to these things. She even signed each notice by hand. I myself have traded my holopalm stylus for a pen. You're to deliver a stack of these reports to every council member on the colony. Zeke asks you not to read them, but it's just boring adult stuff you wouldn't understand anyway. You clutch the papers to your chest and nod. First stop is engineering. Paper? Dr. Instance is exasperated. The governor's sending message by paper now? Is this a joke? Tell me this is a joke. You shuffle your feet nervously. Zeke seems serious to you. She skims the first page, muttering to herself. And there's sensitive information here. With all the superfluous, technophobic, sentimental foolishness. You back quietly away. Next stop, the cafeteria. Antecedent takes the notice carefully with both hands. Paper? What a strange idea. Oh, and look, Governor Yutiko's even signed it. What marvelous handwriting they have. I wonder what I'm supposed to do with this once I'm finished reading it, she thinks out loud. Throw it in a disassembler? It seems far too precious for that. Will I need to get a filing cabinet in here, I wonder? I suppose I can recycle it for craft time. I love her so much. I want to marry her. She's so sweet. She's so beautiful. I love her big hair. Maybe I'll go with that hair color next. I have to re-dye my hair before May. I'm going on a trip. And I want to look normal, like for pictures and shit. My personal favorite nicknames or pet names is Starlight or My Moon. That's cute. Okay. Isn't she beautiful? I love her. My Moon is a good one because the Joko song about Pluto is very cute, and it's like the lyrics are "I'm your moon, you're my moon," and it's very, very cute. I think it's sweet. The moment you put the documents down, a gust of wind. Oops. Next up is the expedition's office. Tonin meets you outside. He's struggling under the shifting weight of an enormous crate. It appears that whatever's inside wants out. Sorry, Emrys, could you just put them down on that bench? I'll take them inside in a minute. Another surveyor overhears and laughs. The governor's sending paper memos now? Is she really that old? What's next? Toilet paper? Because they just use the three seashells what's the name of the colony? Varumna, whatever the fuck. Yeah, scorched or scorchy. The moment you put the documents down, a gust of wind picks them back up, and they fly everywhere. You snatch for them, but accidentally drop the rest of the stack you're holding. Scramble to pick them all up. Yeah, scorchy. You shove the papers back together, haphazardly embarrassed at your clumsiness. That's cute. Refrain from sneaking any peeks. You dutifully deliver the remaining reports to Chief Rhett and your mom, who both seem confused they weren't sent via the HoloNet. Scorchlet. Scorchito. You're a good kid and a good delivery person. You feel proud and important for delivering all the messages just like you were told. Get to work. 0. We'll go 1, 2, 5. Sure. El Scorcho. Yeah. You're having a terrifying, familiar dream. A monster crashing through the walls, unfathomably large. Every part of it wriggling and moving and searching for something. It tramples through the colony as you watch helplessly. Time shifts to the wreckage of your time shifts to the wreckage of your home. You're picking through it, looking for something. Tears streaking down your dust-covered face as you lift heavy pieces of debris, searching. I need to adjust some stuff. Sorry, folks. Boop. There we go. You wake up shouting, no, but your voice. Why am I streaking on their face? She streak on my face till I exocolony. No. Nope, I'm done. You wake up shouting no, but your voice is drowned out by a deafening rumble from the skies outside. The bedroom window is covered in water? It's pouring down from the clouds. You guess this must be rain, but you've never experienced it before. There's a bright flash from outside and then another crack and rumble. It's thunder. It's thunder. It must be a thunderstorm. She exo on my colony till I space station. It's the early hours. It's still the early hours of the morning. You've already almost forgotten your bad dream, but you're too unsettled to go back to sleep yet. The rain beats down on the roof of your quarters, joined now and then with great peals of thunder like the footsteps of an angry beast. Let's run outside and play in the rain. Rebellion! It's surprisingly warm outside, and the water feels nice hitting your head. Everything smells fresh and damp and wonderful, and the dusty, packed ground has turned to squelchy mud between your toes. You don't go too far from the door to your quarters, but it's exciting being outside in the dark, watching dramatic streaks of lightning arc down the hills behind the colony. Early Wet. That's the name of the mannequin attack. Doesn't make for good nicknames. Manny. I like that nickname, but I usually just call you Mannequin. I'm bored. This is boring. Oh, that was a log. Your mom's hard at work. Thanks, Mom, for being so hard at work. A mushwood log. Hello, Dad. Your dad's up to his elbows in rich brown dirt. You've rarely seen him happier. Hey, Gooseberry, he says, scrunching his nose at you instead of waving. Here to give your old man a hand? I could use one. No. Sorry, Dad. I'm not strong enough. It's pouring rain, and everyone's trying to stay dry under the grass-roofed palapas? Like everyone except Diz. Off in the distance, over at the wall near the sports ball field, he's definitely skulking. Ha! When you glance back again, Diz is gone. Cal's mom, Tira, is sitting with Cal against the makeshift fence that surrounds the gardens. Cal looks absolutely shattered, and Tira rubs his back comfortingly. He sees you and musters up a brave smile that doesn't reach his eyes. Hey, Emrys, it's good to see you. Hey, buddy. Sorry about your girlfriend. Anemone runs up to you. Yep. We read that one already. Could play sports ball. Let's try that this month. Have you gone outside the colony yet? Tang asks you. I hear all sorts of terrible things. Regardless, we're not allowed to stray from the gates unless we're on expedition. Tang rolls her eyes. Not that it stops my brother. Oops, I didn't want to go in here. Yeah, let's play sports ball. Sports ball! Anemone meets you on the court. She's bouncing from one leg to the other in excitement. My brother Com's organizing the youth team, she tells you. Kombucha, oh wow, that brother. He's a cutie. He's probably too young for us, but he is definitely cute. He's dashing. Kombucha. Kombucha! Oh, you poor boy. He is charming. He's very charming. I like his haircut. Kombucha offers you a high five in greeting, then tosses a sports ball your way. Let's start with a practice game to see what you're good at. You and Anemone are team captains. Pick your team. Com will fill in to even up the teams. How are people getting these pointed ears? I don't know. Probably genetic engineering. Taller one looks like fan art of Hermes. And why doesn't Anemone have them? I don't know. Yeah, he's 16. He's too young for us, but he is adorable. Rain knows. Genetic engineering. Choose Mars. I'll play Spiker. Mars runs to take position. Seems like she's in it for the glory. Hopefully she'll want to share some of that with the rest of the team. Oh, because Anemone has scales. Gotcha. Anemone chooses Kombucha, of course. They bump fists. Your next choice, Cal. Mind if I play goalie? He asks. Sports ball is fun, but it feels mean to score against the other team. You poor baby. You're so pure. Start the game. Toughness challenge. We can do this. Zero. Are we training a baby? I don't believe so. Is that one? It's also 11. It's also 11. Also 11. Also 11. Or explained what you're doing. This is just a like a card game challenge. It's pretty straightforward. Like it's I'm trying to think of a game that you can compare it to, but card combinations. Like I think it's kind of I haven't played Yahtzee in years, but I think it's a little bit like Yahtzee. Where like you have combinations that you can make. That's fine. I'm not worried. You're victorious. -1 kudos. Mars's ambition. Cal makes an amazing jump save, but is winded when the ball hits him in the chest. The score is tied with Anemone and Calm putting the pressure on. Then blam! You score the match point with a rad spike all the way from the net line. You worked well this month. +10 stress from playing a game. Mid-wet. This wet's pretty mid. Boop. It stinks. And Anemone's hungy. Mid-wet, that's me. You're not mid. You're looking for Cal in the garden when you nearly trip over someone else, one of the younger kids, and they're blindfolded? Hey, they exclaim, ripping the blindfold off their face and throwing it to the ground. It's Cirrus? One of Anemone's brothers. He glares at you. I was almost done. Extremely loud, incorrect buzzer. Extremely loud, correct ding. Ding, ding, ding. Because you're not mid at all. You're right, I'm top, Lane. Sure. Cal jogs over and grabs Cirrus in a friendly headlock, ruffling his messy red hair. Dude, you were so close. Cirrus stamps his feet and complains that you got in his way. It's not their fault, Cal says. They didn't know we were playing a game. Give me a sec. I want to teach them how to play. Cal turns to you as Cirrus leaves. Sorry, Emrys, he says sheepishly. I was teaching Cirrus a new game, but he's more like Anemone than I thought. Real competitive, you know? He stooped to pick up the blindfold, brushing off the dirt. I've been trying to come up with different kinds of games other than sports ball, he says. No winners or losers. I just want to have fun with my friends. Cal looks at you hopefully. You want to learn how to play? Let me check my schedule. Yeah. Yes. Cal's smile looks like it's going to stretch right off his face. Radical, he shouts, jumping up and down with excitement. Okay, so first put on this blindfold. Okay. The blindfold's a little scratchy and smells like dirt. You can feel Cal's big hands on your shoulders. I'm going to spin you around, and when I let go, you got to listen to my instructions. We're going to walk all the way to the cafeteria, okay? You nod. You can't see Cal's grin, but you can hear it in his voice as he spins you around and counts to 10. 1, 2, 3. First, Cal says, you gotta walk forward 10 steps. Do you follow Cal's instructions as best you can, or do you make things difficult? Do your best. You take 10 steps straight forward, holding your hands out for balance. The rocky dirt between the garden beds crunches under your feet. Yeah, Cal says. Now turn to your right and take 15 steps until you get to the door. Get it right. You turn to the right and walk forward, counting out 15 steps. When you stop, Cal laughs. You can hear his footsteps crunching behind you. I forgot how much bigger I am than you. You're like 2 more steps away. You take 2 more steps until your outstretched hands land on the warm metal of the doors. Success. Awesome, Cal says. You can't help but smile. This is fun. Now hit the door button on the right and then keep walking forward till I say stop. Go really slowly, okay? You open the door and start to walk forward. Oops. The path slopes downwards and you feel your feet slip a little bit, even though you're moving as slowly as you can. Real dirt's nothing like the metal floors of the stratospheric. It's turbo rocky in here. Turbo Rocky, Cal says, and you can feel uneasiness prickle up the back of your arms. Just keep going forward slowly. Can you trust him? You try to do as you're told, but after a few steps, your foot knocks against a sprawling root and you fall forward, catching yourself on your hands and knees. Ouch. You tear off the blindfold, a sudden rush of tears flooding your eyes. Cal's behind you in an instant, kneeling on the rocks. Are you okay? He asks. You look down at yourself. Your knees and hands are pretty scraped up, and your pride is bruised, but other than that, you're okay. Cal helps you stand. I'm sorry, Emrys. I'll be a better helper next time. He asks if you want to get some potato juice at the cafeteria instead. You spend the rest of the afternoon brainstorming more games, where there are no winners or losers. That was nice. This is listening to his here speak, completely ignoring you. You put yourself in his field of vision and he scowls. What do you want? Leave me alone. You know what? I'm going to try and befriend him. Does this interest you? Diz blinks owlishly at your gift. Is it my birthday? I almost forgot. I hate it when people make a big deal about my birthday, but this is nice. Thank you. When's his birthday? Hello, Dad. Talked with you about this already. Yeah, Oni. Radical. Hello, bestie. Mars scowls from under the protection of a transparent umbrella. Absolutely not, she pouts. Do not even ask me to do anything if my hair gets wet. You're soy meat. I like soy meat. I like soy meat. Correction. I like meat substitutes, except for tofurkey. Tofurkey is the devil. Rain, Tanj says, clearly unimpressed. Pretty sure your mom's full name is Fluoride. Flulu? She's call you a soy boy? We're all soy boys here. That's, yeah, soy meat. I love me some soy boys. Because what better to pair with the blue-haired leftist with pronouns, you know? But a soy boy. Burger King is forcibly feminizing us. Good. She holds her hand out from under her umbrella, lets raindrops collect in her palm. Cannot say I'm a fan. Being wet is misery. Is a misery. Edamame is soy. Yeah, they're soybeans. I'm eating edamame right now. Like, I've been snacking on it. I'm gonna be a nerd. This month, you explore making electronic music and learn a lot about manipulating the frequency and pitch of a sound to make unusual and sometimes pleasant results. It's kind of amazing that music is just physics. You share your creations on the HoloNet for people to download. It's nice to have something new to listen to. Cool. The more friends I make and the deeper those friendships become, the more soy I acquire. Yeah? Good. The days have been getting shorter. With only the yellow sun barely skimming the horizon. One morning you wake in the darkness and have to check your hollow palm to know what time it is. You see a hollow stream from Mars. Good morning to all my pals, if you can even call it morning. They've named it glow season because, like, everything is crazy glowing out there in the dark. I'm staying the heck inside for the next month. What's the point in even going out if you can't see anything? It's going to be a long, boring month. No way, it looks cool out there. You peek out the window. The wormhole is the biggest you've ever seen it, like a massive, fiery ring in the sky. The planet must be very close to it now. And out in the jungle, something new is taking place. The plants are flowering, glowing, iridescent blooms, and everything is full of life. There are strange new sounds, long hooting calls, and gurgling roars. After Mars's message is a notice from the council, warning everyone to stay safe inside. Tammy's dad and the other surveyors have been called back and the gates closed for the month. There's a tension in the air, as if everyone's waiting for something. Huh. Ooh. Wow. Anemone's running. I'm gonna be very, like, especially meticulous about looking for collectibles. Who knows what we'll find during glow? Hello. Hello, Diz. Diz is staring off into the wilderness just outside the gates. Feels different, he mumbles. Don't know how, just different. You ask him what he means, but he just shakes his head and stuffs his hands in his pockets. Thanks, buddy. Here we go. A glittering crystal cluster. Neato. Hello, Mom. Emrys, your mom stopped you as you walk by. What are you doing out of our quarters? It isn't safe out here. Now that I'm home, I can threaten Diz at full speed. Welcome home. Don't threaten Diz. We're trying to be nice. But I'm going to school. She nods with grudging approval. Fair enough, she replies. Stay close to the stratospheric, got it? We don't know what's out there this time of year. As you walk away and are just out of earshot, you hear her mumble, stars, it is beautiful, though. Let's do engineering again. Just pronounce it dice or dice. Hi, kids. The ship's onboard intelligence congruence glides into the room on her ceiling track and the class cheers. Congruence is so cool. She's a VTuber, 100%. She's like a person, but also a machine. She knows a lot of jokes and can tell you anything about space. She never gets bored or frustrated by your questions. You all know me, she says, but I bet some of you have questions about how I work. What do you want to know? How do you know so many things? My brain is big, she explains. It's just enormous, really. My brain, much bigger than this little monitor you see here, and it's connected to the ship's holonet. So anything you can look up on your holopalms, I just know. What's your job? Well, right now, part of me is showing animal videos to children in the creche, and part of me is here teaching you, but most of me is monitoring the engines which give us power, and the life support systems make it comfortable in here. His full name is dysthemia. What is that? Sounds like a disorder. His name is a depressive disorder? It sounded like it. That's sad. Who the fuck names their kid dysthemia? A depressive order as opposed to depressive disorder. You know, I like to think that my depression is more of a depressive order, Oni. I hold it together pretty well. Nominal predestination. That's, you say that in my chat so much. She laughs, which has never sounded quite the same as a real person's laugh to you. I guess you could say I eat electricity, but not in the same way you get energy from food. But no, I have never pooped. I think it sounds kind of neat, actually. Congruence explains that she had to do all kinds of calculations to help fly the ship and land it, and that she was designed to provide a user-friendly interface to the ship's systems. Because people are lazy with naming characters sometimes, true. She was designed to provide a user-friendly interface to the ship's systems, but Hal has modded me to be far more than that, she said proudly. Now I can even tell jokes. She does have cat ears. I think they're supposed to be like little pigtails out of hair. I want to make my hair do that. I think that'd be cute. You know how they have those little, like, the bun donuts, you know, that you, like, roll onto your hair? I bet I could make those out of, like, foam or something and, like, shape buns onto them. I think it'd be cute as hell. Imagine being bored and your parents are like, this kid looks depressing. Let's name him Dysthevia. This baby looks sad as fuck. I know the camera. It's very cute. But Hal has modded me to be far more. Yeah, jokes. Why did the computer cross the road? She asks. I don't know why. Congruent smiles widely. 0100010. I'm not going to. This baby is clean, not based. Oh, I didn't even see Mitch Latussi. Thanks for the follow 10 minutes ago. My apologies that I didn't see you sooner. Tell me about your username. 0 1 1 1 dos. Give up. Give up. Redraw hand. Ah, fuck it. Hey. I don't want to turn off hard mode. You better cards in later lives. Good to know. Good to know, Amarane. Thank you. It's daytime when the emergency sirens start up. Well, what passes for day. It's still nearly pitch black except for an eerie green twilight glow on the horizon. You look toward the gates. They're open. But wait, they shouldn't be open. The alert blares out of every speaker in the colony. It's the same one you use for hull breaches and fires, and in space it meant you were supposed to go to the nearest emergency shaft and put on a spacesuit. On Vertumna, it means to go to an assembly point and wait for instructions. The closest assembly point is the children's creche, but from the opposite direction you hear shouting and loud popping noises. Gunfire! Is the colony under attack? I don't have bravery 5. What the fuck is my bravery? 1. 2. You find Diz in the creche and join him in hiding under the arts and crafts table. The lights are dim. You scared? Of course I'm scared. Diz shrugs. I thought I would be, but I'm not, he said. I'm not scared of stuff like this. You can't help but glance at the hollow projector on the wall, the one that electrocuted your classmate Tammy earlier this year. The glowing bear looms over the room, and for a moment, looks more like a monster than a toy. You grew up here. It feels weird to be hiding here like you're just little kids again. You hear more gunfire and yelling, but within half an hour, they play the all-clear tone. Chief Surveyor Tonin comes in to let you know it's all safe now as the lights come back on. You glance at the hologram teddy bear. Tonin was Tammy's dad. How can he be sure it's safe? How can he be sure anything is safe? You're relieved when your parents arrive with an ashen-faced Cal. They won't talk about what happened at Geoponics. After 2 weeks of darkness with the blue sun barely skimming the horizon, it begins to move higher in the sky, and daytime returns. The council admits they don't know how the gates were opened or how the creatures got in. Some of the attacking creatures were seen. Some of the attacking creatures were once thought to be docile. Others were species nobody had seen before. It was like something had driven them to assault the colony. At least nobody was killed. This time. Michi, you gotta commit to Eep. No worries. Good night. Thanks for the lurl. I appreciate it. Childhood is fleeting. The game will end when you reach age 20, so you should focus on a few skills to improve and friends to spend time with. Use the skills and friends buttons at the top left of the screen to keep track of them. Good luck. Cool. Start age 11. I'm gonna sneeze again. Probably. Maybe not. Nope. It's because I announced it. Tangent is watching a construction crew build scaffolding for the new engineering pavilion. They're using mushwood, which is so light that one person can easily lift a 10-meter long pole and stack it into place. Bless you. Only it's because you said bless you in advance. Rude. Got it. It was a loud one. Oh. She points toward them. Human beings are so great, don't you think? Before we landed, this was all just dirty jungle. Now it's civilization. I've been learning about adaptability in writing and biology class. The books say it's what sets us apart from the animals. Like, we don't need fur because we can make warm clothes, and if it's too hot, we can make air conditioners instead. Maybe the animals have neat adaptations. Tangent rolls her eyes at you. Maybe, but even if they do, I haven't seen any signs of intelligent life here. It's just those big, dumb xenofauna. Some animals here are smart and friendly. Tange looks skeptical. They're still animals, Emrys. Maybe they're just pretending to be nice so you'll feed them. You're lucky that it didn't eat you. She folds her arms. Dorb's mouth look cute, but one can eat through a bag of rice in less than 30 minutes. Even an herbivore can be dangerous here. It does not have to want to eat you to be able to hurt you. Together you watch as the foreman puts the blueprints for the scaffolding onto the floating screen of her holopalm and raises it to the scaffolding to check their progress. I'd like to see an alien do that, Tang says primly. Humans look defenseless and weak, but we're the strongest species in the galaxy. Who else can literally bend reality to their will? Not a stupid alien, that's for sure. She puts one finger to her chin. I'm living proof that humanity is greater than our biology. God, she's so full of herself. I'm living proof that humanity is greater than our biology, she says. All of us are really, with our genetic enhancements, we're the next step in humanity's evolution from great ape to galactic superspecies. You need some time off. Yeah, we do. Good gravy. It's hard to be 11. Your mom blinks at you like she hasn't seen you in a while. I love the character design, but Tang looks like someone's My Hero Academia. These all kind of look like My Hero Academia OCs. Your mom blinks at you like she hasn't seen you in a while. Wow, you're getting big, she mutters, shaking her head in disbelief. Tell her what you learned today. You've been learning about different organizational methods in school. Alphabetical, chronological, Dewey Decimal. Honestly, it sounds like a lot of work. Why would you bother to organize anything? I mean, you can just ask congruence to find whatever you need. It's just paperwork. Do you even know why we call it paperwork? Your mom laughs. It's true, but it's not like you're sorting actual paper. Back on Earth, we used to have to use paper to... Never mind. She slapped you on the back. Good for you for having your head together. Mom, don't swear. I'm 11. I would swear around an 11-year-old. I've been swearing around River since they were 7. You're looking a little worn out, my little firefly. Oh, Firefly. That's a good nickname, too. Oh. What was the other one? Okay, we had Firefly and we had... What was the other one? No. Stardust, obviously. That's a good one. Mom, don't. The stream is watching. Well, Stardust. Yeah, that one's one of my favorites. Firefly is good. There was one that we heard on stream tonight, though. It was a good one. You're looking a little worn out, my little Firefly. Your dad greets you looking concerned. You know, despite what your mom might say, there is such a thing as too much work. Thanks, Oni. Aubergine? No, not aubergine. Maybe some R&R over in the lounge would help recharge those solar cells. What do you say? Maybe I just need a hug. Oh, minus 5 stress. Your dad throws his arm wide. Well, get in here, tiger butter. Oh, that one's not what I like, but it is sweet. The dad is so nice. After a long hug, you do feel better. Your dad gives incredible hugs. Oh, that's so sweet. Cal is scrubbing his hands at the water barrel, trying unsuccessfully to get all the dirt out from under his fingernails. It looks like a lost cause. Cal's hands have been dirt stained since probably since he landed here. Stupid, Cal mutters. Stupid. Ugh. He jerks his hands out of the water and holds them to his face, and you can hear him sob. Why did they have to... It's not fair. We didn't do anything to them. He wipes his eyes and startles when he sees you. Oh, sorry, I didn't see you there, he says. I was just, washing my hands. What? Buddy, are you good? Buddy, wanna talk? Mars is watching her hollow screen intently. She shushes you before you can get a word in. They're about to kiss, Mars hisses, barely giving you a second look. Thanks, Mars. Appreciate ya. Did I talk? Yeah, we already have heard that one. It's time to relax. Relax in the lounge. You look around the lounge. Some friends are here. Who do you hang out with? Cal. Cal is practicing hoverboard moves in a corner of the lounge. Because the board never touches the ground, the adults can't really complain. And this way he has pillows to land in. He's working hard, trying and failing, flip after flip, but he hasn't even broken a sweat. He waves over. Hey, Emrys, he says cheerfully. You want to practice with me? You practice with Cal for about an hour. It's exhausting. By the end, you're sweaty and a little sore, but you feel good. You promise him you'll come back this month. All this month, and keep him company. Relaxing. Nope, I do not want to forget. So much has happened in the last month since the monster attacked during Glow. The idea of this planet as a peaceful utopia has been shattered. The security squads are training new members and keeping close watch on the gates now. They're reinforcing the walls and even installing a few robotic turrets. In class, you have drills on what to do if the colony is attacked again. In all the excitement, you forgot today was your birthday. Your parents haven't forgotten. They wake you up early with enthusiastic shouts of surprise! Over time in years, only a little longer than a year on Earth. So you've taken up its calendar for birthdays. Yours is in the second month of quiet. Spark snow drifts slowly past your porthole window as you snuggle with your dad. Your mom climbs up too and sits on the edge of your bed. Your dad pulls a bowl of fruit from behind his back with a flourish, like a magic trick. Well, at least you think it's fruit. What are those? What are those? Blubber fruit, your dad grins. The foragers have been picking these just outside the walls. They might look funny, but they're tasty. Try one. You take a cautious bite. The pulp is soft and tastes a bit like lemon, only more blue. I bet you can't wait to join the surveyors out there, your dad says wistfully. Who knows what else you'll find. Emrys is not allowed outside the gates, your mom interrupts, her voice sharp. It's too dangerous for kids. Well, I know, but eventually, your dad says, but your mom cuts him off again. But not now, your mom replies. Not since the attack. Not with everything we know is out there now. You knew about the monsters, admit it. Your parents exchange a heavy look. The surveyors knew there was something dangerous out there that we hadn't encountered yet, your mom admits. You can sneak out if you befriend Diz. Good. 2015 called. They want their references back. Excuse me. Your mom admits after a guilty silence. But we didn't know it would attack the colony. We thought if we closed the gates and stayed inside, it wouldn't see us as a threat. We didn't want to scare everyone, your dad adds. It was just a precaution. Even still, your mom says, it's clear that everyone should know. Listen, Oni, listen, I know you're young, but some of us take joy in reliving old things from back in my day. So you youngins can put up with my old ancient references. There was, there was before TikTok, there was this app called Vine. Yeah, Emrys, the song "You're Gonna Go Far, Kid" by The Offspring is. Dear, oh dear, oh, don't do that to me. Ugh. Ow, ow, tear, that hurt. Pain. That's what you get for calling us young. I was a Vine addict. You were just a baby. You're baby. I too was a Vine addict. Even still, your mom calling me young. You are young. You're younger than me, therefore you're baby. I don't give a shit how much younger you are than me. Fight me? Oh, I will. If Oni's baby, what does that make me? An absolute fetus. You are baby, Oni. I love you. Tear making M make tears. Ah ha ha. Even still, your mom says it's clear that everyone should know how to defend themselves if it happens again. To be clear, this includes knowing when to run away, your dad adds. Security Chief Rhett's offering self-defense lessons at the garrison, you know. Even for kids, if you're interested. You should drop in sometime. Your mom gives you a stern look. And I know your friend Diz has been sneaking outside the walls, she says grimly. If I catch you doing that, I'm going to put a chip in your ear. You laugh. What a good joke. Your mom doesn't laugh. What? Me? Never. Yeah, you'd better never, your mom retorts, crossing her arms. Yeah, never, never. Mars is leaning over a hollow screen, chin in hand. She exhales and blows a piece of hair out of her eyes. I hate schoolwork, she says, but my dad's told me that a good education is necessary for all people of culture, so I guess I gotta do it. She scrolls listlessly through, give the kids blammer instructions, exactly. She scrolls listlessly through her work with one finger. I'm doing the science parts last, though. That's fine. I like science, though. Is this America? No, this is space. Tanj furrows her brows at you as you approach. You again? She says. Why do you keep pestering me? It's not as though you've done anything to impress upon me your usefulness. At your blank look, Tanj rolls her eyes. What I mean is, we're not friends. Oh my god, Tanj, what the fuck? Bitch. Anemone holds up her palms to you excitedly. Her palms are covered with a collection of scrapes and blue flaky scales. I'm getting tougher every day. She's got scales. Diz is sitting in the grass near the big gates that lead out to the jungle. He's just staring out into nothingness and picking absent-mindedly at the weeds. He pretends not to notice as you approach. This music sounds a lot like, Bug Snacks. If anybody's played that game, I got a fair ways into it because it's very cute. And just the kind of ambient, like, theremin-ish noises, it sounds a lot like Bug Snacks. I'm glad you hear it too, Tyr. And ironically, going to an uncharted planet with no gats. Is it terrifying to get eaten by a space leopard? Theremin, yee. Yeah, I know. It's not like it's a little bit like deeper than a theremin, I guess, but I'm sure they come in all shapes and sizes. I don't know. He pretends not to notice as you approach. Sit down with him. He shifts uncomfortably as you sit, but doesn't say anything. You both just hang out. Oops. You both just hang out and saying and doing nothing. You stare out the big gates. The grass in the colony is trimmed short by garden bots, but out there it's wild and as high as your waist. Head surveyor Tonin is prepping his equipment for an outing. He's bringing a lot. Maybe he's going to stay out overnight. You start to wonder if Diz will ever acknowledge you when he says, I've got to go. As he starts down the hill, he pauses and says, this is a good spot. I'll probably come back here tomorrow. Diz wipes his eyes and hides his face as you approach. Go away. I just want to be left alone. Why don't people leave me alone? I don't want to be a part of this stupid colony. Sure. Wow, Diz is uncharacteristically excited about the roots. They're so colorful. I've never seen roots like these before. What kind of plant are they from? Diz likes medicinal roots. Neat. Let us search for more goodies to find. I can't believe she was so mean to me. Every day I relate more and more to Diz. Just wants to be left alone. Diz wanted to live a peaceful life. Cal is leaning on the garden fence, looking out over the colony. That attack was awful, he said quietly. I did something more like Diz nuts. D's nuts. I did something I'm not proud of, and people still got hurt. He sniffles and rubs his face. All the adults tell me that it's okay, because I had to do it, that I was brave and I protected the colony, but I don't want to hurt anything. Not even a monster. You poor baby. Oh. Your mom is taking a break at her makeshift desk inside the domes. What's up, Emrys? She asks. Need me for something? Sometimes I just want to talk to you, Mom. Hey, Sprout. Hey, Sprout. Your dad greets you. How are your classes going? I know it's hard to sit in the classroom while there's so much to explore, but everything in life is going to get easier if you take the time now to learn about a lot of things. He laughs. Who knows? Maybe you'll be running this place one day. I plan to. Thanks, Scorched. God, I wish I had taken the time to learn shit early in my life so that it wasn't so fucking hard to learn shit later, like in college, because I had to learn how to learn. It was hard. I don't want to be friends with Tangent. She's mean to me. We'll do this one. Persuasion is always good. You're bringing supplies to medbay when you see something unusual. Tangent, curled up on a bench, her head pillowed on a rolled-up lab coat. You can actually become governor, but you need really high persuasion. Fuck yes, humanities it is. I hate those damn learning to learn classes, but they were kind of helpful. It's not even like I even had... It's not like I even had those, because I went to community college first because it was cheaper. I went to community college for my AA, and then I did my last 2 years of my bachelor's. And like, I'm glad that I did, because it was like kind of a smooth transition from high school to college, especially with my shitty study habits. It's just having to learn how to really meaningfully study. It was hard to do that on your own. Like, I wish I had had some kind of like learn to learn or learn to study class, because really I think I did things that were really ineffectual, and had to spend a lot more time figuring out systems that worked for me. Really what ended up working for me was Cornell notes and swearing in the margins of my textbooks. That worked a lot. Like making like just really snarky fucking notes, kind of earmarked them in my brain. It was great. Doing things quickly as a kid, and so didn't learn good study habits. Yep. Yeah, well, and I was in the gifted program, not to toot my own horn, but like I was in the gifted program as a kid. The problem is they pulled you out of school for the gifted program. They pulled you out of school for a day a week, which was fun. I got a lot of like experiential, super cool, like fun things. Like it was a really fun program. It's just, I didn't learn, I mean, shit, like I didn't learn, the order of, like, in mathematics, the order of operations. I got back to class and the people were already like doing the fundamentals of it, and I was so fucking confused, you know? It was just like, fuck. So like they gave me like a little packet for it, but it's like, fuck. It was I don't know. Our school's gifted program irreparably damaged my school career. Why is that, Oni? Was not very helpful. See, PEMDAS, right? I know. It's just like, and I get that now. It's just, I had such a problem when I was first learning it because I had done right to left. Yeah, right to left. That's, are you doing your math in Japanese? Yeah. It's Wild, have a good evening. It was good to see you. I enjoyed it. I learned a lot more manga math. I learned a lot more about things I retained in elementary school. Stuff that really set like good foundation for stuff that I would be interested in, like good literature rather than like required high school reading. Like I learned how to meaningfully read things, if that makes sense. They teach you in like high school English classes, they kind of just teach you trash. Like they teach you how to critique writing really badly, like because they teach you the 5-paragraph essay, you know, and that's not how you should be summarizing and synthesizing your thoughts on writing. You shouldn't just be going through a paperback book and leaving 2 notes per page or whatever the fuck they have you do, you know? That was what they had us do. They had us annotate. For honors English, they had us read over the summer. They had us read a book off of the classic literature list and leave 2 notes per page. I read what did I don't remember what I read. I know that one year I read Slaughterhouse 5 for the first year, and then I read the Communist Manifesto the next year. And just, sorry, I'm kind of rambling, y'all. Thanks for being here while I ramble. It's what I do. But they made us leave like 2 annotations per page, and it's like, that's, if there's nothing, not nothing meaningful, but if there's like nothing that I want to, if there's nothing worth commenting on that page, like if it's just like, I agree, or if it's like meaningful or wow, impactful, it's like, that's not, I'm worried about the assignment more than I'm worried about actually like like appreciating the book. But what the gifted program helped me understand, like when I was younger, was just how to enjoy reading, because we did a lot of reading together. And reading together and sharing books together was a lot of how I learned how to do that. We split into book clubs, and that was so much fun. We didn't have to, like, some of the fun of it was that we didn't have to do any of the work. Like we were kind of graded, but it was more on participation and how we interacted with the spirit of the course material, which was nice. I think more things should be graded on that. Because we can still learn meaningfully from like being in class and showing that we know how to do the thing rather than whether we did the specific assignment. But like, if I know how to fucking read a good book and give my thoughts on it, you know, not even a good book. If I know how to read a book and give my thoughts on it, on whether it's good, on what the themes are, on what the themes, how I relate to them, on what they mean to me and what they like, we live in a society, or how we, how like my reflections on it. I think that's more important. And a lot, I for one of the book club books, I couldn't finish it, but I still was able to talk about why I couldn't and why I didn't enjoy it. But yeah, this book club thing was so much fun because we were all very high reading level. And I think we read, I don't even remember what we read. I was so young, and the LEPs took away a lot of memories, but we all read, I think it was 3 books that year. And reading with a group of like 5 other kids, just kind of helped us, like, I don't know. It was nice. It was a nice, like, small group. And I kind of feel the same way now when I read, like, books that my friends are reading. I like hearing my friends get excited about books. Like Oni with the Dresden Files, or Emrys VT with any book, almost any book. Oni, I'm sorry you're struggling. I'm not joking when I say I wish that were me. School ruined books for me. Just pick up reading again. Like, I'll talk with you about books. I can't guarantee I can talk about Spanish language books, but I can certainly try. Gifted program was just us playing for like an hour, no real learning. It was a college grade reading level in elementary school. I was as well. Yes, audiobooks are I fucking love audiobooks. They help me continue reading. Like, pick up recommendations. Yeah, please do. I love reading and I love listening to audiobooks. I've got many recommendations. We're getting back to the game now because I'm getting stun locked. You're bringing supplies to medbay when you see something unusual. Tangent, curled up on a bench, her head pillowed on a rolled up lab coat. She's fast asleep. You stop and stare. You never see Tang sleeping. She's always so busy. You're surprised she even has time to nap. And you turn to leave her in peace when you bump into Anemone. Whoa, Anemone says. She hardly ever sleeps, just like a couple hours a night. Is she sick or something? You look back at Tangent, snoozing peacefully. I'm so jealous of her genetic enhancement, Anemone says, rubbing at one of the scales sprouting on her jawline. She hardly needs to sleep at all. She's probably stayed up all night studying for this morning's history test. There was a test? Me, I flunked it, Anemone said matter-of-factly. No biggie, though. If I didn't have to sleep, I'd probably play games instead of studying anyway. Tangent's hollow palm beeps a soft alarm. She sits up and stretches, looking totally refreshed and alert. She sees you watching her and looks annoyed. Just a power nap, she says. No reason to gawk. Sleep? Let me get that. Same. If I could skip sleeping, or at least choose when I wanted to sleep, that'd be really nice. I don't know. I like sleeping, like, I don't like sleeping alone. I'm realizing that now that I'm living, like, not alone, but now that I'm, like, in a space that I have to sleep alone. Sleep is king. Sleeping alone is king. And cold. As you get older, challenges have conditions. Yeah. Fine. 1 slot card becomes value 2. Good. That D&D elf passive, yeah, where you transfer 4 hours. Yeah, exactly, 4 hours of trance. Ugh. I feel like there's a solution. There might not be, but there might be. Ween. Good. We did it. Quiet. It's mid AF. Ugh. I want to be friends. No, I don't. She's mean to me. Anemone has her mouth wide open to the sky, catching flakes of the weird snow that drifts from the sky. Tangy, she giggles. Get it? Tangy, she giggles. Get it? Tangy, like tangent. That's what we used to call her. Do you remember? Thank you. Thank you, child. I call her Tange because her name is Tangent. You don't see Diz at first, but you do hear rustling followed by the screech of metal on metal. After a few minutes of looking, you spot Diz placing large rocks in front of a piece of corrugated metal leaning against the wall. He stops and looks at you. You didn't see anything, he says, going back. You didn't see anything, he says, going back to covering up his tracks. I also think of the orange powder. Oh my god. Oh my god. I have to tell you guys about, okay, so here in town where I live, we have, a grocery store that sells bulk foods. And when I get like, I still do, like, I buy groceries differently now because I'm contributing to like a different house, you know, rather than the old house. Hey, Dr. Madfellow, you're probably in an ad right now, but hi. You said Anemone has her mouth open and then a Hardee's ad started playing for their new burger. We don't even have Hardee's here. We have Carl's Jr. So, bulk section at Winco, right? I meant to get bulk macaroni and cheese powder mix because like I would just get the noodles and because they were stupid cheap, and then the cheese powder because it was just so much cheaper than buying the boxes, even the store brand. I asked John to go and get, like, I don't even remember what it was. I said like go get the powder and I'll get the noodles and we'll be good. And we get up to the fucking checkout and I realize, I'm like, what is wrong with this mac and cheese powder? It was fucking Tang. It was, he had gotten like the amount that we would have gotten of mac and cheese powder. This was back when we were super broke college kids. So we like lived off of it. So it was a lot of it. Yeah, it was, we had Tang for a while. We just had noodles for a while. No macaroni, but we have a bulk food store here run by an old Mennonite couple. It's flipping rules. They have the best stuff. Yes. Yeah. But it was a little tangy. Yeah, it was goofy as hell. We did pause it making macaroni and Tang. We did not, but we did pause it. It was just so goddamn funny. They do look remarkably similar besides the texture. Like if you had the two bags next to each other, you could tell. But anyway, sorry for silly stories. Cal is scrubbing his hands at the water barrel. He's doing it again still. He's been scrubbing his hands for a month. Are you eating enough? Your mom says, looking at you critically. Drinking enough water? It's hotter here than you're used to. You gotta take care of your body if you want it to take care of you. Hey, are you all taking care of your body? You have to take care of your body if you want it to take care of you. I'm gonna start saying that. Dr. Madfellow. Thanks for resubbing. 3 months. Wow. You're the only person I've seen playing this game. Really? I like it. It's a fun little game. It's a whatever Wednesday pick. Amarain picked it and I'm enjoying it. He will never be able to wash away his sins. I fist fight my own body on the daily. Nah, here for a good time, not a long time. Y'all need to take care of your bodies. Do it for me, okay? Please. Please take care of your bodies. Just like, I need you all around. You gotta take care of your body if you want it to take care of you. Your dad is up to his elbows in rich brown dirt. Yep, he called me Gooseberry. He already called me that one. Oh. You step cautiously toward the colony gates. For you, I suppose. Thanks, Jimmy. Well, hey there, Emrys. Uncle Tonin tries to muster his old smile. I'm afraid you better stick to sports ball for now, okay? It's a tough world outside these walls. Damn, your dad was fisting the planet? Take care of my body when it pulls its own weight. So far, no dice on that front. Sometimes you have to take care of your body even if it doesn't do much for you. She's still watching her hollow screen. Fisting the plantosi. Talk about the plantosi. I don't want to talk about the plantosi. We could play some sports ball. Defense training. Ooh. Yeah, let's do some defense training. You attend your first session of Security Chief Rhett's self-defense classes. It's a small class, mostly security officers and other adults. You and Anemone are the only kids. She gives you a wink and a cheesy thumbs up, and you listen to Rhett rant about how everyone else in the colony needs to learn self-defense. And you... Oh, Rhett! Holy cow! He's 51. He's a silver fucking Okay. You could be walking along thinking you're safe within the walls. I know, Tyr. Hello. Stop that mannequin. You think the same fucking thing as me. Fucking look at him. Oh my god. And he has the fucking... The piercing. Oh my god. And yes, the Wilhelm scream is my save alert, and I don't know if you can save in this. You could be walking along thinking you're safe within the walls, and a flying animal could swoop out of the sky. Then what would you do? Rhett chops the air with his hand. I'll tell you what you're going to do. You're going to chop that beast right there in the throat. Yeah. He's a goober. Oh my god, he's hot and a goober. I go to the kitchen and come back to see my husband. And he's a goober. I love him. He points at the assembled class, but only if you learn what I'm about to teach you. And the only way to learn is by doing. Who wants to volunteer for a demonstration? Step forward. The security chief doesn't scare you, or so you pretend. Rhett is like the biggest adult you know. Yeah, he is. Look at his armband. Okay, step forward. You step forward and Rhett nods as he crouches down. Okay, he says, I'm a manticore. Yeah, you are. Stalking you through the forest. What do? I kick it in the face. You try to kick Rhett as he approaches you. He easily grabs your foot and flips you onto the mat. Ouch. Wrong. Use your brain, Emrys. The first thing you do is call for help. Then you run. Rhett grabs your forearm and hauls you off the ground. Only engage with the enemy when there's no other alternative. No one walks away from a fight without getting hurt. So the first rule of self-defense is to not put yourself in situations where you need to fight. Anemone still thinks you're cool for acting tough. She gives you another thumbs up. Once you've learned situational awareness, we'll move on to hand-to-hand self-defense, drawing on a variety of martial arts. Only when I'm confident that you're ready will we advance to weapons. There aren't many weapons in the colony, mostly stun gloves and batons with a few plas rifles. You hope you don't have to use them, but it'll be good to know how. Random card, locked in one slot. Gross. Ween. Stun gloves, eh? Yes. So they do have gats. They do, apparently. Late quiet. Early pollen. Emrys absolutely does not rhyme with abyss. Is this some humor that absolutely goes over? Emrys does rhyme with abyss. Emrys rhymes with abyss. I'm not Emrys. I'm Emrys. Why were they stressing about some animal? I don't know. Emrys. Emrys abyss. Yeah, exactly. Let's talk to everybody first. Hello, Chrome. How are you? Ugh, she doesn't want to be friends with me. She's so mean. So then I trapped it in my room, Anemone says, telling you all about the bug she saw in her quarters. Hey, Froggy. I know you've probably been here. Just thanks for the beepus. Its wings were as big as my hand and it had feelers like, whoa! It was bouncing all over the place like boing, boing, boing. She gestures excitedly, swinging her arms over her head. The bug's here. Orange door hinge. Orange and door hinge, first of all, can rhyme. But Emrys abyss, like, they rhyme. It's what keeps people pronouncing my name correctly. Otherwise, I get Emrys or just Reese. Or I can't tell you how many door dashers of, like, Emery or fucking... Yes, they're a slant rhyme, but they're still... A slant rhyme has the word rhyme in it, Tyr. Scorch. Scorchy. How do you do, everybody take a big drink of water. If you don't have water, go fill yours up, because when I drink water today, scorched is our reason for drinking. And posture check, unbisexual yourselves. And unclench your dang jaw. And your butthole. Emrys definitely rhymes with abyss. Both end with S. Well, them ending with the same letter does not necessarily mean that they rhyme, but that's fair. You can install the horny robot game. You should stream it. thought you already had Warframe. Do you think you're gonna stream tonight, Oni? Or do you think you're gonna put that desk together? Dr. Madfellow, oh my goodness. Thank you for gifting 5 subs. I appreciate it immensely. Let's see who you got. You got Orm in the box. You got Athenia. You got Kiskuma. You got Xavier. And you got SG Lilac. Thank you. Oni, only if you want it to be. You know what? I respect that argument enough to reward it. Thanks for the reward. Technically, M's name could be Emrys penis. No, it doesn't. Emrys penis. It doesn't rhyme though. You can't even make it. You can't even make it kind of rhyme. It doesn't rhyme. It doesn't rhyme. On further consideration, Oni, yes, that is an order. You need to put that desk together. Okay, so I guess Emrys rhymes with penis. Y'all are horrible. Emrys rhymes with Riz. Not quite, not close enough. She stops in her tracks. Hold on, she says, stooping to rub irritably at her knees irritably at her knees. But I respect the scam. The scam! Oh my, Dr. Madfellow, just because you give subs to me doesn't mean you can bully me so. That's so mean. That's rude. That's rude. Wow. Bullying me. I see that chat's bullying me has rubbed off on you nicely, Dr. Madfellow. Rude. So mean to me. Rubs irritably at her knees for probably the 100th time in the past 5 minutes. I'm gonna die. I busted my knees and it's so itchy when my scales grow in. Annie, don't pick at it. Chief Steward Antecedent's voice rings out across the garrison yard, Pleasant Farm. It instantly transports you back to being in the ship crash, tugging on her skirts and calling her auntie. Anemone, Annie for Anemone. Wait, if Pau can curse me with mannequin rhymes with skin, you get Emrys rhymes with penis. Yes, bully, only bully. Emrys rhymes with scam. It doesn't. Anemone jumps up and stands up straight, her hands flying to her sides. But Mom, oh my God, she's so beautiful. Anemone whines, digging her fingers into her knees as Antecedent approaches you both. It's so scratch-tastically itchy. Scratch-tastic. I know, lovely. Antecedent soothes her, patting down her riotous red hair. But the more you pick at it, the thicker your scales are going to grow in. Anemone tucks her hands under her armpits to keep from scratching. What if I want to have cool scales? She pouts. Everyone has fashion fishnets, right? Antecedent smiles indulgently. The rate you're going, I'm sure you'll be covered in them before you know it. No need to rush. Anemone's skin, I know my wife. Anemone's skin is dotted with patches of protective blue-green scales that grow in wherever she gets a cut or scrape. She rubs the patch on her jaw indignantly, the one she got when she ran headfirst into the food synthesizer back on the ship. I called dibs. Okay. Antecedent opens up her satchel and pulls out a bundle of clothes. The queue for the nanoprinter is over a week long, so I patched up your pants with scraps from your brother's clothing. Please try not to put any more holes in them, or yourself, okay? She hands the clothes to Anemone and kisses her on her forehead. Anemone sticks out her tongue and gags. Yuck. Anemone evaluates the clothes as her mom walks away. Galactic, she breathes as she runs her finger over the odd-colored patches. Then, right there in the middle of the yard, she unashamedly squirms out of her pants and pulls on the new ones. Wow, I look like a fighter jet from the Hollows, she exclaims, showing off her new pants. Like when they stencil your kill count on your plane. Or like a really cool scar. Anemone grins. Yeah, you get it. My pants are scarred, just like me. That's cute. Anemone holds up her palms to you excitedly. Emrys, look! Her palms are covered with a collection of scrapes and blue flaky scales. I'm getting tougher every day. I thought they were fish scales, too. Diz sits before a collection of rocks grouped by color and texture. As you watch, he takes another rock from his pockets and stacks it with its kin. He looks up at you. What? He says flatly. You've never seen rocks before? No, but I've seen a little bitch before. Oh no. This is genetic augment is being Kring. Mars is watching her hollow screen intently. She shushes you. Yep, they're gonna kiss. I know. A mushwood log. Talk to parents. You meet your dad adjusting a watering pot in your mom's flower garden. He's having a sneezing fit, his eyes runny and red. You're alarmed. You've never seen him look sick before. I almost spit out my water with that, Emrys. With what? It's Oni said it. Like, I'm just reading chat. Did you go German or did I stroke out? I say what I said before. Oh, you never seen a little bitch before? I think I'm funny. Hey, Akari, what did I do? I haven't been... Oh, what is up with Tits? Why is Tits like this? I forgot what I was saying. Did you go German or did I stroke out? No. It's saying cringe, but with pizzazz. You got that smirk? There's no smirk here. This is just my face. Akari, what do you mean? This is just my face. This is the smirk. What do you want from me? Smirk? Normal fucking face. I didn't do shit. Zesty cringe. Kring. Criange. Ooh, that's a good one, Chrome. Except it sounds too French. French derogatory. You're alarmed. You've never seen him look, sick before. People were hardly ever ill in the stratospheric, except sometimes when the zero-G rooms made them queasy. Not to worry, my little beanstalk, he says nasally. Oh, not to worry, my little beanstalk, he says nasally. I'll be fine. It's just this pollen making my head a little stuffy. He wipes his nose with a handkerchief and looks around. Everywhere you turn, the air is soupy and tinged with pink from all the floating pollen. On Earth, your dad tells you, we used to call this hay fever. Even though it had nothing to do with hay, your mom cuts in, carrying a large bouquet of flowers. The native flowers seem to be in full bloom this time of year. She buries her nose deep in them, and they smell fantastic. Your dad smiles kindly and agrees they sure are beautiful. Then he blows his nose loudly. Sniff the flowers tentatively. They do smell good, and they look harmless. Okie dokie, enjoy your stream, Emrys. That definitely, totally, no cap rhymes with a biz. Dr. Madfellow, don't bully me. Gotta go sleep. Go sleep. Have a great evening, Dr. Madfellow. It was good to have you here. No cap rhymes with a biz. You can fight me. I'll fight you when you go. Rude. Your dad's eyes look so sad, but maybe that's just the allergies. Hey, Emrys, I know the last few weeks have been very hard for you. This might be a good time to relax and stick around in the quarters wing. Oh. Mars is leaning over a hollow screen, chin in hand. She exhales and blows a piece of hair out of her eyes. Oh no, we read this one already. You're a smug one, Mr. Crinch. That's funny. Did we talk to him yet? Oh, Cal is doing some stretches in an open area of the garden. One of my mom's boyfriends is teaching me yoga, he says, looking at you from upside down. I can already do child pose and downward dog. He flops over and lies on his back. This one's my favorite, though. The one where you just lay there perfectly flat. Let's relax. We are stressed. Nothing much happens this month. The platonic plank. Good. Mid pollen. This pollen is mid as fuck. Nice poly insert. Yeah, there's a lot of representation here. I like it. Plus, leave it to the poly person to be, like, teaching their partner's kid yoga. Like, I think that's funny. What time are we sitting at? It's 3 hours 22, and I don't want to quit yet. I'm having fun, but... Oni, did you say you're streaming tonight? Hi, Meekster. Thanks for the raid. I guess we can go a little longer. You don't think you are? That's okay. I think we'll go for a little bit longer. Since we just got raided, can I get a shout out to Kameekster or Kameekster? What were you working on? Welcome in, raiders. You tried? Really? Something went wrong. Okay. Well, this one isn't broken. Oh, you were also playing Teenage Exocolonists, right? Was that what you were just working on? Well, welcome. It's good to see you. Good to have you. I'm enjoying the heck out of this game. Yeah, it do be broke. Mage Mellow, hello. Thanks for that first time chat. Yeah, how are you doing this evening? How did you enjoy Exocolonist? I am very much enjoying it. I'm having a great time with it. Try to be quick enough so you don't have to ask. I appreciate it, Mannequin, immensely. I appreciate all my mods. You all are wonderful little peaches. She just doesn't want to be friends because I don't go to school enough. Still doesn't want to be part of this stupid colony. Anemone huffs as she runs up to you and doubles over, bracing her hands on her knees. I'm going for the Bantam Division distance record of this year's Vertumnalia. Had an absolute blast. I was excited to see you were streaming it. Is this your first time? It is, yeah. I do. I haven't been very good about keeping up on it, but I was trying to do a like an audience choice kind of segment on Wednesdays, and my one of my viewers, Amarain, picked this one, and I wasn't sure what to make of it, but I'm very, very glad. I think this one might make it into the rotation. It's very, very good. We're at least gonna play through, maybe not tonight, but we're at least gonna try and make it through this one life. Like, I'm enjoying it a lot. Mage Mellow, thank you for the follow. I appreciate it immensely. Yeah, I'm having a very, very good time with this little game. It's very cute. There's lots of good, cute representation. I'm glad you had fun with it. For Kameekster and everybody who rated in, if you need to eat, sleep, do whatever, don't feel pressured to stick around. We're happy to have you. Don't feel pressured to stick around, because I know that coming into a stream off of another stream can be stressful. But yeah, we're just happy to have you for as long as we can. And Kameekster, thanks for sharing your audience with me. I appreciate it a lot. Thanks for dropping off the kids. I'll take good care of them. Do you have any fave characters yet? I liked Tammy. She's fucking dead. Glad you're enjoying it. I played it tons, so I'm always delighted to see what people are thinking on their first times. I'm enjoying it a lot. It's very, very cute. Love the representation. Kameekster, thank you for the follow. Let's see. I really like, I'm mixed feelings on Mars. They're okay. And then Anemone is cute, just very like fun and energetic. But yeah, poor Tammy, she didn't deserve it. She was gonna be so cute. Cal is very sweet as well. And then little emo boy, I'm trying to be friends with him to try and make him be okay. Humanities, I'm gonna try and be a politician. As much as I hate politicians, I'm gonna try and lead this fucking colony. There's some sort of emergency in engineering that requires health attention. So today class will be taught by the ship's artificial intelligence congruence. Good morning, congruence chirps. Today, we're going to be talking about the formation of the Vertumna group and our decision to leave Earth. It's a very exciting topic, and we think you're finally ready to hear about it. Let's dig in. You know how it started. Economic and environmental instability, coupled with deeply entrenched hatreds had thrown the Earth into chaos. Our planet Earth? Absolutely not. Never. Never. Absolutely not. And you know how it ended. In that chaos, your parents formed the Vertumna group with a plan to leave Earth 20 years later, and they had their starborn children. You slid through a wormhole and ended up here on a planet you called Vertumna, but there's so much you don't know. Chaos on my Earth? It's more likely than you'd think. Congruence pulls up a hollow projection of an unassuming human with a firm maternal gaze. This is planktonic ascendant's Wang Botha Schmidt, she says, the spiritual leader of the Vertumna movement. They were what people called a speculative fiction writer. The Vertumna Project proved that their writing, though speculative, was far from fiction. Earth and chaos, unbelievable. All sense of realism is gone. Yeah, I know. Like, I can't suspend disbelief like that. Like, it's too far-fetched. I've been disillusioned. Exactly, Mage Mallow. Wait, a sci-fi author? Yes, Congruence tells you. Their best-selling novel, Life Beyond the Einstein-Rosen Bridge, told the story of a fictional utopia on the other side of the real-life anomaly at the edge of the solar system. Scientists had been investigating the wormhole for years, but it took a poet to imagine we could travel through it. Wang Botha Schmidt's writings centered around the idea of humanity building... Is there such a thing as, like, triple hyphenated names? I wonder. Centered on the idea of humanity building a technological utopia on another world. Translated to 100 languages, this was a compelling idea to people at the time. It's just the plot of The Dispossessed. What that is. Translated to 100 languages, this was a compelling idea to people at the time, so fans started connecting in vert space. The fucking internet! Sorry, in sci-fi, it fundamentally bothers me when people need to name fucking every concept or everything. Like the hollow, whatever it is, like the hollow wrist things, that's fine, whatever, like that's a device. But vert space, fucking, it tastes bad. Far from just a book. Yeah, hollow palm. That's fine. That I can get behind. Vert space? Can't. I can't. It's silly. One of the worst names for internet. I know. We already have, like, what I would be more interested in is how the internet has evolved. Like, what they do with the internet in the year 20XX, you know? Like, I don't know. Far from just a book club, these people bonded over mutual aid amid the increasing unrest in their own countries. They were committed to Wang Botha Schmidt's idea of a future where everyone is treated equally without prejudice. But they realized it couldn't be done online, Congruence tells you. Though committed to social justice, the group saw the impossibility of forming a truly egalitarian society, while also reckoning with their own implicit biases and the diverse context of their real lives. They realized that this was the work of generations, and the solutions must look to the future, as Wang Botha Schmidt did. So they got together. The image of a squat concrete building with a rooftop garden replaces Wang Botha Schmidt. Around the edges of the classroom, the hollow projector gives the impression of towering walls topped with razor wire. The first Vertumna colony, Congruence tells you. 400 people volunteered to sacrifice their own cultural beliefs to walk through these doors, agreeing to come up with a new way of life that would be taught to their children. Babies were conceived from egg and sperm donors chosen by lottery and raised communally, like you, as the second generation of the Vertumna group. Those babies were your parents. So they mixed their cultures. The hollow projection now shows the compound under siege. As more colonies were founded, word got out about the Vertumna group's social experiments, Congruence continues. Assimilationism was an unpopular ideology at the time because it had been used to commit terrible genocides on Earth. This, combined with panic that the Vertumna group was destroying the family unit or raising an army of gene tech super soldiers, brought the colony under attack from all sides. Genetic planning through lottery sounds poorly planned. I mean, fucking people and having babies with them is kind of like genetic, like, lottery, I guess. Like, I don't know. That's just real life. I don't know. Like, it would have been nice if, I don't know. Cultural assimilation is horrible. Everyone fears what they don't understand. There's no good. Is cultural assimilation horrible? Is it? Cultural appropriation is horrible, but, like, I don't know. I guess it, like, depends. Like, assimilation, sure. But, like, I don't think that's what they were doing. They were blending their cultures. That's not what was happening. The image of the burned compound is replaced. Thanks for the heal, Chrome. The image of the burning compound is replaced with a stratospheric on a launch pad. Luckily, the next phase of the Vertumna project was ready to launch. 100 colonists were selected to leave Earth on a colony ship to seed a far-flung corner of the universe with a new human culture. She smiles. The ultimate goal of the Vertumna group was you children. You children. She says, a generation raised completely unburdened by the troubles that plagued Earth. Isn't that lovely? But how did they build the ship? What was Earth like when they left? The force used to assimilate said culture. That's fair. That's fair, Oni. What was Earth like when they left? So nobody on Earth was like us. So much information. Terrible. Congruence shows you some dire demographics. The institutions that had given people the illusion of safety were torn down, and wars were rampant, both resource-based and ideological. Large parts of the Earth were rendered uninhabitable by climate change, pollution, nuclear war, especially the critical food-growing regions of the world. The Vertumna group weren't the only ones trying to escape Earth, but as far as we know, they are the only success. No troubles of Earth, just the new problems of living on a backwater planet. Yeah. The Vertumna group weren't the only ones trying to... Oh, yes, we said this. But how did they build the ship? Orbital voyages were a hobby for the ultra-rich in an earlier century, so there were several relics to be found in museums, Congruence replies. The difficulty was not in acquiring a ship, but in making it space-worthy and the logistics of the launch itself. The group crowdsourced enough funding to purchase and repair the ship, Congruence smiles. As for logistics, well, you are speaking of the solution right now. I was acquired by connected group members, along with the gene tech that created you and your parents. The Stratospheric was the first manned vessel to navigate the wormhole at the edge of the solar system. Given the state Earth was in when it left, it may have been the last. I'm sorry, Dandy. So nobody on Earth was like us? The Vertumna group members have a unique culture, Congruence replies, but it's formed from a combination of many heritages from Earth. Even the language you speak, speaking Esperanto, was invented to bring people together. And don't worry, Congruence explains. You brought your best heritage with you. You're humans. Your head is so stuffed with ideas it might burst. Oh, Kasara! Thanks so much for resubbing for, oh my gosh, 3 months. Welcome. Thanks for being here. Esperanto, the best language. It's an interesting language, that's for sure. Professor Howell and your parents had never mentioned this stuff before. They waited to tell you because they wanted you to grow up without feeling different based on your genetic makeup or family history. It's hard to imagine having a different cultures than your neighbors. You wonder what it's like, everyone celebrating different holidays, eating different food, speaking different languages. Are you missing out, or are you better without it, like the original colonists believed? It's hard to say, as the decision was made for you long before you were born. All you can do is be the best Emrys you can be. That's fair. That's all we can do. Bother. That's better. Is this like a roguelike social game? Not roguelike. It's like very minor card building, more like it's like a vaguely a life sim, more of an RPG, more vaguely a deck building, like slightly. Kinda. It's fun. I'm enjoying it immensely. You're finishing breakfast in the common area when Marzipan struck. Oh, her name is Marzipan. I didn't realize Mars was short for Marzipan. That's cute. You're finishing strutting your breakfast in the You're finishing breakfast in the common area when Marzipan struts in. Be the good Emrys you always have to be. I try. I try to be the best Emrys I can be. I honestly, like, as long as I'm doing what, like, my moral fiber tells me to do, which is, like, I don't know, trying to be better and trying to do the right thing. That's all, like, it's all we can do. I don't know. My morals are very important to me, and trying to be better as a person constantly is really, really important to me. Marzipan's a very cute name. It's so fun discovering their full names, especially if their nickname is used most of the time. I agree. Well, we just discovered Anemone's nickname is Annie, which I think is so fucking cute. Look at you eating cereal, she said, turning her nose up at you. I bet you don't even know what day it is. You're right. Right, I don't know. Your birthday? No, you dummy, she exclaimed, swatting your shoulder. My birthday's the first month of wet season. You better remember that. Doing the right thing is always at odds with my will to go to sleep. Today, she announces to the room, is St. Valentine's Day. Diz and Cal wander over to hear more. You know, Scorch is short for Scorchbird. Back on Earth, Mars explained. It was a day when everybody had to give their best friend a gift, especially sweets. And then you put the sweets under your pillow and it makes you dream about who you're going to marry. And there are decorations of hearts and arrows and pigs. Cal laughs. Pigs? We don't even have pigs here. Before Mars can answer, Diz snorts. This is dumb. Marzipan just made it up to get free candy. He rolls his eyes and walks away. As he leaves, Mars shouts at his back. Well, nobody's going to pick you anyway. You stink. That's so mean. They're so mean to Diz. Valentine's Day sounds like fun. Cal nods, clapping his hands excitedly. Mars has a very different idea of Valentine's Day than we do. Yes, I agree. I'm going to tell all the other kids about it, Mars says. So you go around and find your best friend and give them a gift. She points her finger at you. Make sure you do it by the end of the day or it doesn't count. And if too many people want to be my best friend, she adds, I'll hold tryouts for the position. It's only fair. She tosses her hair over her shoulder and laughs. Oh, they're so mean to Diz. You called him a bitch earlier. Yeah, because he was being mean to me. I don't know. I think right there is where we are, Strimbo, where we are going to call it. This is definitely, did I do that? Yes. Well, this is definitely making it into the rotation. I liked this a lot. I'm thinking this might be like if I have like a free weekend day or like a Monday game, we'll see. But I enjoyed this one immensely. I had a lot of fun with this.
You get to drink
Let
from
me
the fire hose!
hydrate or dehydrate. Everybody take a big drink of water. If you don't have water, go fill yours up because when I drink, I'll drink today. Kari is our reason for drinking. It just occurred to me that the water redeem is not working and hasn't been for a while. For that, I apologize. They're a place to recommend whatever Wednesdays. In the Discord, there is a stream game suggestions channel. Jesus Christ, the meat is huge. But for 10,000 channel points, when I have the redeem open, I currently don't have it open. But when the redeem is open, 10,000 channel points gets you like a spot, exclamation whatever, to see the games list. But what was I saying? Your meat's pretty big. Oni, stop. Chat's watching. Goodness. I out you as my partner and suddenly you just fucking out of pocket bullshit. Lord in heaven. Mannequin. Time to notice, Mannequin. I can't describe how much I appreciate you as a mod, as a person, and as a friend. I feel like I can talk to you about a lot of things. And you mesh really well with the rest of the mod team, the Goob Migos. I mean it when I say to every one of you that the server wouldn't be the same without you, that the friend group wouldn't be the same without you. And I feel like there's a lot of growing that all of us have to do in the server, but like you are, well, I feel like I've already done a lot of it, and getting feedback from you on like if I've got like a conundrum or something that I need to like handle like a grown-up, I feel like I can usually come to you about it and you help me handle shit like a grown-up. And I really appreciate that. There aren't too many people. I can think of 3, and you are one of, well, no, I can think of 4. You are one of them though. And that means a lot to me. Like having a confidant that I can always trust. To top it off, you saved my fucking bacon the other night with the follow bots. Like I was freaking out, and just watching you start to handle that pretty much instantly. And then seeing you continue to ban shitty people lurking really means a lot. It really does mean a lot to me. I wouldn't be able to do this without my mods. And you are consistently like on it. And that means a lot to me. Mannequin, thank you for being an excellent friend. An exceptional mod doesn't even begin to describe that. And other mods have said that about you too, that you are an amazing mod. And there you go. While I'm giving you your shout out, you're still banning, like people for like shitty bot lurkers. And Mannequin, you're a gem and I appreciate you immensely. Consider yourself noticed. No, Scorched, I didn't get follow botted. I did have some racists come in yesterday during Clovercraft. That was fun. That was great. Only when was I ever in the pocket? Never. Ever. Oh my goodness. Let's see who we're gonna say hello to. I'll be back again, not tomorrow. I have to go to my ex's house and move some shit out. I know, Kasara, I'm sorry. We will be back. Actually, let me grab my planner really quick. Okay, so the next couple days are going to be very busy. We're going to be back on Friday. I'm playing Halo with Sprout, I think. Then Saturday, we're playing, we've had a Popcat. If anybody knows of like artists taking commissions for like a pop emote that it can do like an Emrys pop, that would be amazing. Who's small enough to fit in your pocket? Kasara, DM me on Discord. Me? The elf? Yeah, sure. I forgot what I was gonna say. But yeah, Saturday, Slug collab. We are going to be, we're going to be doing a sewing hand cam stream, and I am beyond excited for it. We're going to be turning some of his shirts into slutty little tank tops and potentially crop tops. I am so excited for that. I'm very, very excited for that. I'm thinking I may also like offer some like ideas for embellishments. If I can get my sewing machine pedal from my ex's house, I might like not cheat, but like I might like throw some together with the sewing machine, because not everybody has access to a sewing machine, and you can 100% do this by hand. There's no reason you should need a sewing machine. In the Discord currently, !Discord for the link to it, is a shopping list for the mandatory and optional supplies. The mandatory things, really just a needle, thread, and scissors. This is all stuff that you should have. I mean, not a needle and thread, but like scissors you probably have at home. And if you don't, like overall, probably get all of this like at Walmart or Joann's or Michael's for 10 bucks. Like, you don't need, super sharp, nice scissors are nice to have. But don't go insane. Don't break the bank. There are other tools, like a sewing machine helps, but not mandatory. An iron helps, like for pressing the seam over, but don't break the bank to do just this. There'll be other sewing streams. Yeah. There's a shopping list for whatever you need to get this done. I really hope that some folks will sew along with us, because I'm very excited about it. Yeah, and then Sunday, Skella collab. So that's gonna be fun as well. And then Monday, another stream. So solid 4 days of streams starting on Friday. And that's okay. I love streaming. It's for a little while there, I was getting tired. But it's back to energizing me again. And I'm very excited. I think that solid collabs sometimes do make me tired, but the people that I've been collabing with lately, it's not that they don't all. No, you know what? I just realized I had a problematic collab partner up until recently, that I needed to get some space from. I'm going back to being energized by collabing and streaming, and that realization makes me happy. Don't do things that don't make you happy. Like right now, take this opportunity, everyone, to like think about like what's stressing you in life, and just I don't know, don't do shit that makes you unhappy. If somebody or something is making you unhappy, fucking cut it out of your life, or alter what you're doing, or change your strategies. Fucking pivot. This is like, don't keep people in your life if they're making you unhappy, or set boundaries, that kind of shit. No is a full sentence. Exactly, Kasara. And we are, if you read my rules, you would know that this is an above 18 stream. So you should know that we are all adults here. And I know that it's not always possible to set boundaries with people in your life and like cut them out, but you can set certain boundaries. You can tell people no to things. And if you need people to bounce ideas off of, if you need people to gas you up while you set those boundaries, the Discord is an excellent place to come and do that. We love boundaries. We love people doing things that help themselves. So sorry, having realizations makes me happy. And streaming makes me happy, and lots of things make me happy. You all make me happy. Thank you all for being here. I appreciate you all immensely. I think we're gonna go say hi to Lark. I think. Let me just double check. Yeah, we're gonna go say hi to Lark because I like them. Thank you for streaming for us. Absolutely. I fucking love streaming. Yeah, let's go say hi to Lark. If you are a sub, a lot of times Mannequin has a thing, but I don't know. I want to get in the habit of having like a silly message from the stream. But I don't think this one was especially silly. So like, I don't know, Taylor Raid or some shit. I almost put in Railer. I'm Taylor Raid. Elf Raid. Let's say Elf Raid. Not Taylor Raid is fine. Taylor Raid. If you're a sub, use that one. If you're a Railer Tade, Rev, please say Railer Tade. Also, hi Rev. If you just came in, I apologize, but I'll be back again on Friday. If you're a sub, use this one. If you are not a sub, Taylor Raid, heart, Taylor Raid, heart. If you're not a sub, use that one. I'll see you guys again on Friday. Thank you for being here while I ramble at you. I appreciate you all immensely. Enjoy Crime Theme while we sign off. And I'll see you all again on Friday. I love you all very much. Bye.